Okay, how about now? Oh my goodness. I was so worried about looking at my connection problem. Okay, well, you guys didn't particularly miss much there. Yeah, and thanks, YouTube. Just by the way, YouTube was not giving me chat updates. 15 minutes. YouTube wasn't giving me chat updates. I thought you guys were just completely silent. Oh my goodness. And now my phone is, I bet you my phone's people adding me, aren't you? Let me see. Okay, yep. Wow. Okay, well, my apology, guys. You didn't really miss much. Let me just say that. Let me just catch up here. Yeah, what a great circumstance that my sound thing wasn't on. Wow. I can't take full blame for that. Only some blame for that. Thanks, YouTube, for not giving me live chat for some reason. I had a weird, I guess we'll take a second here. I had a weird pop-up when I turned on stream that I normally don't see that says like, hey, warning, whatever you type in chat, people can see. I'm like, yeah, YouTube, duh. I wonder if that did something because I've never had that pop up before in OBS. Okay, well, I don't think we missed anything. Let me see if people were screaming that I did something wrong there. Just that I'm muted. Okay. Do teach her already. This is admirably dorky. I can't take full blame for that. I can't take full blame for that. Okay. I now have chat, apparently. We now have sound, apparently. Let me get my monitoring stuff back open. And we still have sound. Okay. All right. It is what it is. Like I said, you didn't really miss much. We read through those, and how far? No, about 20 minutes. Okay, I'll put a bookmark when we go to VOD just to let people know that the sound does kick in. Okay. Did I miss anything else? Dionysius is the OG beggar sect leader. Yep. That was an interesting guy, to say the least. You also took her stuff? Well, I don't want her to have to carry it. It's fine. We're okay. We got there. Okay. We continue on. We struggle. Okay, Daoxian. What do you got for me? Will Shifu really wake up today? I'm certainly hoping that, but there's no guarantee. You might have a better chance of consulting the herbal saint. Don't worry, Yi, Master King Zhu's injuries are severe, but thanks to the timely treatment, he's not in any life-threatening danger. After days of rest, he might not have fully recovered, but today's acupuncture should rouse him. That's wonderful, at least. Well, shall we head there now? Yes, it's time we should check on him. Master King Zhu's had his medicine today. For the acupuncture later, I need someone skilled in medicine to guide the medical power with their inner energy. Master Zhao Xiao, could you assist me? Of course, just tell me what to do. Good, let's get started. Mateus, if you're talking about Lee, he's not in my party at the moment, so I can't access him. Are we at Wudang? Shifu! Yi? Am I still alive? Heh, yes, you are, thank the heavens. Shifu, you're finally awake. I can talk to you again, I sob. Wow, Yi crying. That's unusual. Don't cry, Yi. It must have been tough for you lately. Indeed it has. You both should consider yourselves extremely lucky to be alive and talking here. You should catch up. I'll leave you be. I'll take my leave as well. If only for this moment you can finally shed the burden of past days. How long has it been since you felt such tranquility? Alas, this piece carries too heavy a price. Buddha's hollow. Who would have thought this battle would take such a turn? These days must have been tough for you. I didn't do it alone. Without Master Qingjiao and our fellow disciples' tireless efforts, I wouldn't have succeeded. You all did very well. I regret it so much that I was too weak to stop my Shifu at Mount Tianshan. Yi Fei is not back on our team either. At least I'm pretty sure he's not. We can check. If I'd been determined as you that day, perhaps we wouldn't face this bitter outcome now. Shifu, it's not your fault. Even if you'd stood up at Mount Tianshan, could you really have changed things alone? But King Feng stood up, and Qingjiao would have too. Yi, What would you have done in that situation? You definitely would do the same, wouldn't you? You don't need to make excuses for me. I know I was wrong. It's just fate's cruel tricks. Ye, help me to the Hall of Ancestors and summon the remaining disciples and elders. Shifu, you're not fully recovered. Please, let me do this for you. Yeah, I can manage a few steps. Besides, this is something I must do. Let's go. Yes, Shifu. The martial world has been in turmoil lately, and Buddha's Hollow crisis has inflicted heavy losses on Central Plain Sect. As Wudang's leader, I failed to act when our sect was in peril. My age makes it hard to guide us through future challenges. Thus, I've decided to pass the leader position to Yuan Yi. Shifu. This isn't a hasty choice. The elders I've discussed it at length. Yi, I believe it's time that you take on this responsibility. Your pure heart and chivalrous spirit shine through. You fought bravely against Kama and Fulongzi at Buddha's Hollow, defending the alliance. You're the undisputed choice as Wudang's next leader. Yi, I entrust you with this position. Follow our sect's teachings, stay true to yourself, and uphold justice. Yes, Shifu, I'll devote myself to your teaching, striving to bring honor to Wudang and peace to the martial world. I swear to remain true to myself and uphold justice. Good. Excellent. From this day forward, Yuan Yi is Wudang's new leader. Yes, sect leader Yuan. Greetings, sect leader. No need for formalities. What are you rushing for? I'm afraid it's due to my unexpected visit. Greetings, sect leader Yuan. How can you barge in without notice? My apologies, because the situation is urgent. It's fine, Yu Qin. I'll handle this. Yes, I'll take my leave. Impressive, Mr. Yuan. It's only been days since we parted at Buddha's Hollow, and you've already became Wudang's leader. I thought you said the situation was urgent. Is there still time for small talk? Actually, I'm curious. What could be so urgent to make you disregard etiquette and trespass in Wudang? To be brief, there's been a change at Zenggu Pass. Her Majesty is asking for martial sect support. We've sent people to inform the other sects as well. What exactly happened at Zenggu Pass? It's complicated and will take some time to explain. What's important is Her Majesty entrusted me with 2 orders. First, ensure Wudang's involvement. Second, she wants you at Yugane Pass no matter what. I could have come with an Imperial Decree if you'd like, but I doubt that matters to you, so I didn't bother. If the Empress herself is requesting aid, the situation at Zenggu Pass must be dire. If it falls, Yuan's cavalry will march south, bringing disaster to Ning. What's making you hesitate? Given the urgency, I'll certainly go help, but the sects are still recovering from Buddhist Hollow crisis. Can Wudang really spare disciples for Zenggu Pass? It's the right thing to do. You're right, Master Qingjiao. Director Linzhan, mobilize disciples takes time. It's urgent. I'll go with you first. I was hoping you'd say that. Let's set off then. Okay. So right now we do not have Li and we don't have Yi in our party. Yi is still chasing down Blackhawk, and Li, I don't know where Li went. He's probably helping Beggar Sect recuperate. Man, I'm annoyed that we were muted there for a bit. Thank you, YouTube, for finally bringing chat up, or I never would have noticed. Sometimes during streams, people just go silent for long periods of time, so it's not unusual that we don't have chat. What exactly is happening at Zenggu Pass? Can you tell me? General Zenggu Pass, Holongzi, has been assassinated. What? Zenggu Pass has security measures, and didn't the Bureau Guards take precaution against such attempts? Of course we took precaution. Even Lord Zhao believed it was a foolproof plan. A foolproof plan? Before Buddha's Hollow crisis, Wuxian Sect Nanjing. You seek Bai Weiyi's help, Lord Zhao? Precisely. You must know how disrespectful that is, given Snowlock Tribe's agreement with other Nanjing tribes. I know you lived in Nanjing all your life, Secretary of the Throne, but you must understand Zenggu's Pass important to Ning. We can't afford to lose it. I've told you what I'm offering in return. A wise woman like you should know the stakes. Lord Zhao, the peace between Nanjing and Snowlock Tribe relies on Yuan Yi's prestige and Bai Weiyi's 30-year self-imposed seclusion. If he leaves Snowmere Marsh, that peace will shatter. As the leader of Wuxian Sect and Peacekeeper's legacy, I understand the stakes all too well. If what you're worried about is Bai Weiyi leaving Shadowmere Marsh, then does the agreement still apply if he's heading to his death? Heading to his death? My life is sustained solely by internal energy. When it's depleted, I'll naturally die. Lord Zhao can use acupuncture on my key points, causing internal energy to dissipate from my Dantan. That will leave me with only a dozen days to live. It's the Bureau Guard's interrogation technique. Only we can reverse it. Heh. Be honest, Lord Zhao. Even premature aging can be cured. I may not counter it, but what about the herbal saint? Indeed, I'm only nearly certain it'll work. Ultimately, Secular Thom, it depends on whether you trust me. Even if I don't, you'll still go. Wuxian sex restrictions can't truly stop you. Correct. Are you determined because this involves him? Correct. Then you'll certainly die. You'll go to Zengu Pass for him, and even if it's just for him, you won't break your promise to me. But is it worth it? This is a debt I and the Snowlocks owe him. Anytime, for any reason, I'll repay him however I can. People collecting debts in Yi's name. A few days ago, General's resident Zengu Pass at night, a long night. I can't claim to have nothing on my conscience when it comes to my sworn brother. It's why I vowed to never use Tenji Palace's martial arts again. But tonight, you will break that oath. I have no choice. It's the only way to stop you. The sword strikes with twin spinning stars infused with pure yang energy. That's the head of Kai Yang Hall's unique technique, my father's celestial yang swordplay. You're the only one he taught it to, and yet you abandoned him when Tenji Palace was in danger, and now you use the technique against me? General Hong is crucial to Zengu Pass safety. I must stop you. Draw your sword, Shing Song. Oh, the auto, no! Tea in my hand. Okay. Now that I'm all bursting with sword energy here. Now what do we got? Now that seems relatively new. I don't remember having that equipped, if I'm being honest. Alright, and can't get behind them, but we could zip over here. It looks like we're gonna be just fine. The best sword style? Seems to be. Yeah. Man, this has a lot of Chinese soap opera-isms. Well, I mean, obviously, it's a wushu. Hillian Fubi. I wouldn't try to stand if I were you. Both Song and you are willing to fight to the death, but it won't let her die here. Yeah. So if I get up, I'm as good as dead? Exactly. I appreciate the warning, but death doesn't scare me. This, alright. He's a grandmaster with power equal to Tenju the Venerable and Bai Wei Yi. I won't fail my mission. Tenshu, you didn't need to come. Tenshu, you? Deficit skill without practicing 3 enclosure force. No wonder Kai Yang held you in such high regard. You're really Tenshu? I'm not hiding it. Who's there? As the candle slowly flickers, Canis on blue blurs and withers. In the realm of dreams, Yan Yan glows, melodious flutes in rain, stories unfold, it throws. Harnessing nature's power even briefly makes you a grandmaster. Beyond that, those who communicate with nature, mastering its power and simplifying martial arts to its essence, are the mightiest. In the past 3 centuries, since the founding of Emperor Ning, true grandmasters are rare, and those with unified nature rarer still. So I never expected to meet one here. You must be the Bureau Guard's hidden trump card, I assume. Are you here to stop me? I have no desire to fight, but I'd actually like to play you a melody if you're willing to walk away. Normally a melody from someone of your mastery would be intriguing. Sadly, however, I'm not in the mood today. That's unsurprising, though it's still a pity. What's truly a pity is your severe internal injury from months ago. Fighting me now would be unwise. But this is how the most impeccable I've ever been in my life, as my mind is now unburdened. Indeed, even I can't match your calm in a life and death situation. Your perfect state of mind, given the chance, you might reach a realm few in history have achieved. Shame. What a shame. This is the one reason we had to get you. After that night, the entire General's residence became part of a melody formation. Anyone entering would be attacked. Several Bureau Guards have already perished. Bai Wei Yi left this. It's his final efforts to protect. Mr. Yi! You and Yi, only you can stop this. Only I can. Mr. Gu, are you waiting for me inside? Am I too late? Mr. Gu, I'm here. You can stop now. You're here. You and Yi, I've done horrendous deeds and brought so much hurt to the world. Now I've finally repaid my debts. but I'm sorry. What I owe you must wait for the next life. Mr. Gu. Wuyan, sorry. I kept you waiting so long. Aw. Wow, dissolved even. Seal of Perpetuity is finished. I'll take the clean picture. Thank you very much. Century-long promise, a love endured 100 years. For one nearly immortal, time blurs. Yet, like an eternal beacon in darkness, the promise endures. Chenghuan still wanders, this love unchanged. Seal of Perpetuity is a quest item. And Jiaoxiu Henpai. You two should return to Nanjing with the Seal of Perpetuity. The coming conflicts between Ning and Yuan, the Snowlocks needn't bear the burden. I'll avenge Mr. Gu. Not going back. Lord Bai must have had a reason for setting up the formation and trusting you with the seal. Zhao Qin and I won't leave your side, at least not for now. But the seal is crucial to Snowlock tribe. How can I? No. Before we left Xiaomir March, Lord Bai said our people were breaking the curse of premature aging. The 6 seals and Lord Bai are no longer our sole hope. Please, don't let Lord Bai's efforts be in vain. I won't, you have my word. Mr. Yi, you faced Helian Fubi and saw his battle with Gu Sigu. How formidable is he truly? It didn't take much for him to deal with me. Yuan Yi, Bai Wei Yi displayed far greater power that night than during your encounter at Perpetual Sanctum. Yep, without using the Seal of Perpetuity and risking his life to create the formation, he still couldn't have stopped Helian Fubi. Helian Fubi, Lord Huan, no wonder he's known as Yuan Empire's mightiest warrior. He's not just Helian Fubi. Though masked, I'm certain he's also Tenji Palace's vice leader and head of Tianshan Hall, the foremost of the 7 halls. Tenji Palace member? How can the Lord of the Yuan Empire be the head of Tanshu Hall? Perhaps he's not the real Lord Huan, but an imposter like Wu Ming of Villain Valley? If so, we're facing decades-long conspiracy. But one thing is certain, if he's Tanshu, he must be the one who gave the star chart of Zaiwi to Sheng Song, or even Kama. Before Tenju Palace's internal strife, Tanshu and Tenji head halls sealed the star chart in the main hall. Its reappearance with Tanshu still alive speaks volumes. Lord Huan, Taishu. Lord Huan of Yuan Empire requests an audience with Yuan Yi. That voice. Lord Huan of Yuan Empire requests an audience with Yuan Yi. It's undoubtedly Helian Fubi's voice. I just arrived at Zhengu Pass. He's already summoning me. How did he learn so quick? Lord Huan Yi of Yuan requests an audience with Yuan Yi. Yuan Yi, this could be a trap. Together. No need. If he dares come alone, I should match his courage. Huiyan Fubi, I'll be there. You're well informed, Lord Huan. Your summons arrived just after I reached Zhengu Pass. In war, armies prioritize scouting as intelligence is paramount. It's why Zhao Yan invests so much in the Bureau Guards, but he still couldn't find you, because I left soon after setting up the game, making it impossible. What did you summon me to discuss? I have a question for you. Yuan isn't a Ning family name. From what I know, you're from Yuan's Liao City and only came to stay in Ning by chance. Let me ask you, Yuan, do you consider yourself a citizen of Ning or Yuan? With 2 countries clashing, which side do you plan to get involved? I have no desire to engage in war, yet here you stand. As a Wudang disciple, I must. Why is that? Wudang disciples help those in need and protect the people. I only seek to stay true to myself and uphold justice. Ha! Help those in need, stay true to yourself. This spear is called Jade Dragon, a gift from the late Emperor. Yuan Yi, do you have the courage to face it? Just as well, I was planning to seek revenge for what happened at Zhengu Pass anyways. Okay, well. Didn't get a chance to do anything. We'll run up here and give him an old monkey. That's just so ridiculous. I have to say. The fact that it's 100%. All right. I see you have a shield. What do you all got running here? Ah, returns 150% of damage. Yep. Yep. All right, we're on to you now, buddy. In that case, I'm not going to hit you with my big one. Let's just buff ourselves. All right, you still have another set of that. Increase attack. Okay, now I'm not going to blow myself up. Okay. Well, how about this then, eh? And then we zip behind you, and goodbye. That was actually a pretty good strategy on his part. What do you mean by that? I've heard your name more than once. At first, I thought it was just a coincidence. Then it was someone with the same name. I hoped you could have a simple life, so I was reluctant to teach you martial arts. Unfortunately, the blood in your veins is destined to be extraordinary. Yi, you've grown up. This voice, you can't be. Uncle Gu Ching Fei. Don't come any closer. We are still enemies. You raised me and were just like a father, but how could you be Lord Huan? How could you be Hylian Fubi? I told you, man, that horse stance was too powerful. Because I've always been. Gu Ching Fei should have never existed. He is long dead in Liao City. Yi, the conflict between two countries affects countless lives. Today Yuan is stronger, so you feel compelled to aid Ning. But when Ning becomes stronger, will you switch sides? Yi, you won't find the Xia you seek here. So why start a war? I grew up in Liao City among Yuan's people, and I know not everyone desires war. It's history, of course, for countries to war, split, unite. When Yuan rose from the north and met Ning's borders, the war was inevitable. I once sought peace, but only lasted a generation, if even that. To Ning and Yuan, it's all the same. Am I supposed to stand by and watch Yuan's cavalry harm innocent people? I'll do my best to control my soldiers. My troops will be the first to break through Zhenggu Pass. However, casualties in war are inevitable. Yi, go back to Wudang or back to Liao City. Uncle. I did wonder if you truly died in Liao City. You raised me and were like a father, but how? How could you be Lord Huan? How could you be Hylian Fubi? How could you be my enemy? Heaven hold C-span stance. Full arm. You and Yi, you look. Why are you looking at me? I heard you clashed with Lord Huan, so I rushed to check on you. What happened? Are you hurt? No, he only came to probe. We exchanged a few moves. Is that so? Well, I'm relieved you're okay. We just received news. Central Plains sects might not be able to reach Zhenggu Pass to provide support soon. Why? They're still recovering from the Battle of Buddha Hollow. Then there's Moen. He sent letters to various sects threatening to challenge them to half a month to avenge Tianxian sect and Fulongzi. He must have mastered Wind and Cloud method if he's seeking revenge. Moen. Have we finally come to this? You and Yi. It's raining. But rain is quite rare here, if I remember correctly. Oh, he got that umbrella energy, though. Why are you here? Tianxian sect is gone, so I never received Moen's challenge. I have no sect to worry about. But you, it's been days. Why do you look so dejected? I once believed that with unrivaled strength, I could protect everyone I wanted to. I thought that unmatched martial skills could bring peace and justice to the world. But now, those I want to protect stand on the opposite side. It feels like even supreme lightness skill can't bridge the gap between us. I've never felt as exhausted as I do today. I'm really tired. In this turbulent time, all I can do is shield you for a short while in the storm. You and Yi, have you ever realized the world you aspire to is so ideal that it carries an unspeakable weight? But some believe you can achieve it. More than believe in themselves. I'll be traveling far, but when I return, let's have another match. Yeah, that guy actually turned out to be all right. I kind of thought he was going to be a complete nozzle, but he's been okay. Mr. Yuan, Her Majesty and Lord Zhao request your presence. Please follow me. The Empress and Lord Zhao, when did they arrive? Just moments ago. Her Majesty wanted to keep it quiet. Why do they want to see me? I'm afraid I don't know. Please lead the way. Please follow me. Are you Yuan Yi? Is this gonna be my mom or something now? I mean, let's just go all in on this. Greetings, Your Majesty, Lord Zhao. May I ask why you wish to see me? I heard you faced Helion Fubi, Lord Huan of Yuan Empire. It wasn't a serious fight, he only came to probe. I'm sure Fubi doesn't just probe anyone. If I wasn't worth it, you wouldn't have sought me out, right? You can't have summoned me to discuss martial prowess. Can we perhaps get to the point? Interesting. Cao An, let's not beat around the bush and get to it then. Yes. Yuan Yi, the Yuan Empire is gathering strength to move south. Their army will soon be outside Zenggu Pass. This battle is crucial for Ning's survival, so we need more strength, including the martial world's power. However, court orders hold little constraint over martial arts. You want to control the martial arts through me? Yes, we want you to lead it and align with the court. Why do you choose me? Because Ling Qian made an exception to recommend you, so I wanted to meet you in person. Director Ling Xian recommended me. Your Majesty, Yuan Yi is benevolent and righteous. Since the crisis at Buddha's Hollow, he's become the top martial artist in Central Plains. If anyone can gain the martial world's trust, it's him. Therefore, I want to make an exception to recommend him. Please consider it. Yuan Yi, wealth, power, status mean little to you. I respect that, but you're not the most suitable for cooperation. But Lucian has never been so persistent. He went through Buddha's Hollow with you and understands you better, so I trust his judgment. What do you think? I have one question. Why are you so concerned with this battle, even willing to come to the dangerous Zenggu Pass, Your Majesty? Good question. It's for everything I own now and will own in the future. Whether court ministers or local officials, most dream of keeping their status, even with a different ruler. Whomever rules the land needs to manage people, right? But not me. All my honor and wealth are tied to His Majesty. If the country falls, there will be no His Majesty, and I will no longer be Her Majesty. So I'm doing this for myself. How about that? Are you disappointed, Mr. Yuan? An unexpectedly straightforward answer, Your Majesty. It's actually quite reassuring. But do you only wish to keep Ning intact? If the Yuan Empire loses, it will be a crippling blow. This is a golden opportunity for Ning. Would you really let it slip by? Naturally, I would not. That's it then. I was born in Yuan Empire, so I'm half Yuan. Today, Yuan is stronger, so I fight for Ning. But if the tables turn, should I fight for Yuan? Yuan Yi, you're neither a god nor a saint. You can't untangle the grievances between countries or sever a feud between people. This ongoing war will only bring more deaths. How long can peace achieved this way last? 20 years, 30? Who will maintain it after you're gone? This is also my question. Must one nation be destroyed to achieve final peace and stability? Yes. As long as we share a border separating vast lands, the world you hope for won't come. If we win at Zenggu Pass, I'll seize the chance. Send capable ministers and generals north to reclaim lost territories like Lee City. Then we'll train soldiers, stockpile provisions, strategize, gradually take over Yuan until we consume the empire. I won't lie, this will involve countless battles and slaughters, but after those who remain will known only as the people of the Ning dynasty. Only then will peaceful world you seek be realized. So this is what he had in mind. He, you mean Helion Fubi? Yes, he said similar things to me. Great minds think alike, Yuan Yi. It's time for you to make your choice. Before you do, I want to add another bargaining chip. Come forward. You're from Jinghu, yet you seem to worry more than I do. My apologies. What? The woman behind the screen, dressed luxuriously, her face half veiled, even with just half visible, she's stunningly beautiful. With one look, you understand why she's the Empress and why she had captured the Emperor's heart. Please check my pulse. Her wrist is pale jade, delicate as porcelain. You've never seen someone so frail, yet like a snow statue ready to melt at a touch. You place your fingers on her wrist and instantly understand her intention. Your Majesty, you have no martial power, do you? Not even a bit. Anyone with proper blade could easily kill me. Please don't speak like that, Your Majesty. Sure, but Lord Zhao, etiquette isn't our concern today. Miss Yuan, with your unparalleled skills, let me ask, if you wanted to kill me, how many would it take to stop you? One can only take the best precautions for so long. For someone without martial power, and if I'm not worried about walking away after, not even an army could stop me. Then will you make a pact with me? After this war, I'll spend 30 years giving you a peaceful era you long for. If I fail, Miss Yuan, you can take my head. When the day comes to march north, please remember your promise and try to spare lives. As you wish. Then I'll uphold this pact with my life. For 30 years of peace and prosperity. She flashed G. them pale jade peaks. Mr. Yuan. General Han. Have you recovered from the Zanhao secret pill? Yes, thanks to you and the herbal saint. But if it weren't for me, the hero wouldn't... Mr. Gu. General Huang, don't blame yourself. You've defended borders for decades. You're a hero too. I believe Mr. Gu wouldn't want you to grieve too much for him. The future of Zangu Pass still relies on you. Rest assured, Mr. Yuan, I'll guard the past of my life. Master Yang, and what are you all doing here? The Bureau Guards informed us of Yuan's army moving south. But the situation at Zangu Pass and Moen challenging various sects, but one sect's survival can't be compared to our country's safety. However, gathering all sects at Zangu Pass might draw Moen here, so sect leaders decide only disciples will aid Zangu Pass, while the leaders will wait for him in Central Plains. Wouldn't that put them in danger? No member of Condor School feels death. If Moen does, once the war ends, I'll track him down myself. Don't worry, Mr. Ling, Miss Ling. Master Yang and I discussed this, and we don't think he'll come to that. Mr. Yuan, each sect has sent disciples to help, but without the leaders, and with Moen's threat, morale isn't high. Elder Li and I agree that unless we unite the sect's strength at Buddha's Hollow, turning the tides of this war will be exceptionally difficult. Circumstances have changed. To unite the sects, we must first resolve their worries. Their worries? You mean Moen on Mount Tenshin? He was your fellow disciple. We shouldn't ask you of this, but with his mastery of wind and cloud method, few can stand against him. I understand, Master Yang, but it's only right for me to go. Moen and I were close, and Fu Long died by my hand. This is personal. Don't worry, Zhu. This was always my fight. This concern is the long journey to Mount Tenshin. Even with my agility, a trip takes time. 15 days, Yuan, you only have 15 days. 15 days to and from Mount Tenshin. It should be enough. Actually, you also need to visit Zanhao Cult. Zanhao Cult? Indeed, Yuan forces are stronger now. Do you turn the tides? We need unconventional means. Zanhao Cult is a secret weapon of the Bureau Guards crafted with Buddha's Hollow, and now it's time to use it. Mr. Yuan, it seems I'll be joining your journey again. Ambataba, Mr. Yuan, this journey will be perilous. Please let me accompany you. Thank you. Hylian Fubi is no ordinary strategist. He might have anticipated this. If so, Zanhao Cult could be in imminent danger. 15 days is the time I believe you have before it's too late. Mr. Yuan, we'll stay here and defend Zangu Pass. Mount Tenshin and Zanhao Cult are on you. I'll do my best. Please hold the line here. There's no time to waste. I should quickly prepare in the chamber and then set off. Zhu, are you here to see me off? Yeah, the Outer Lands weather's harsh and Mount Tenshin is snowy year-round, so I made this robe for you. I hope it keeps you warm. Zhu. I'm not worried about you. You have an unparalleled strength and are the greatest hero. I believe you'll come back to me. Aww. I promised you many things. I'm a man of my word. Oh, look at heroic. The robe fits perfectly. Zhu, you must have put a lot of effort into it. Zhu, this pill was made after I returned from Buddha's Hollow using venoms from Zhao Tong's golden snake goo. It's the most toxic goo poison, and with 5 Immortal Mental Sutra I learned, I made a pill that can cure Wuxian goo. From now on, it won't cause you pain anymore. When you return, you'll truly become renowned throughout the world, won't you? I'll pray day and night for that day to come. Bedroom. Moen, I'll confront you on Mount Tenshin. Let's finally put an end to this 20-year feud. Oyen Master Ying, there's something else I'd like to discuss about the coming war. That's not why I'm here. I have a hypothesis that needs you two to verify. What is it? I know that Hylian Fubi has another identity, like Tianjin Palace's vice leader Tenshu. I only learned this recently. How did you find out? So he is indeed Tenshu. You deceived everyone. What do you mean, Master Yang? Mr. Yuan, I heard you face Lord Huan, so you must know who he is besides Lord Huan and Tenshu, right? Who is he beside Lord Huan and Taishu? Master Ying, what do you know? What I know is the truth behind the legendary battle 20 years ago. You mean the battle between Tenju the Venerable and Fulong Zi? How did you learn the truth? Please take a look at this. This is a journal from Tenji. Tenji, the head of Tenji Hall. How did you acquire the journal? Truth is, the head of Tenji Hall was my younger brother. He often traveled around the world when he was young. Over 20 years ago, he joined the once thriving Tenji Palace and eventually became the head of Tenji Hall. Tenji rarely showed up. I only knew he was on good terms with Tenshu, but not that he came from Manjing Manor. How did this journal come into your possession, Master Yang? Shortly after Tenji Palace's fall, my brother returned to Manjing Manor, no longer interested in traveling. I didn't connect these events until I stumbled upon the journal. Only then did I learn who he had become. After Tianjin Palace's turmoil, both Tianji and Tianshu vanished, so Tianji returned to Manjin Manor. Where's he now? I assume you've already dealt with him, Master Ouyang? Yes, after discovering the truth, I devised a plan to eliminate him. Otherwise, his identity would bring disaster to Manjin Manor. I'm not interested in your family affairs. Let's hear it. What unknown details about the duel 20 years ago? I did not return to Mirage at the moment, Chunky. That legendary duel had two unexpected twists. First, Yua had poisoned Fu Longzi before his departure. Both Wind and Cloud method, what poison could harm him? Common poisons would be ineffective, but Yua used a rare toxin from Yuan. Mixed with wine, it becomes undetectable. Once ingested, it lies dormant in meridians. It only activates when the person channels significant internal energy. In his fierce battle with Tianju, Fu Longzi exerted all his strength. Even with Wind and Cloud method, he reached his limits. The poison was almost perfectly designed to exploit the method's characteristics. But if so, Tianju should have won. I've witnessed his power 20 years ago. The poison Fu Zi couldn't have defeated him. That was the second twist. As both were nearly spent and a winner was about to emerge, Hylian Fubi and Tianji appeared. Hylian Fubi, did he attack him? No, wait, he didn't need to. I see now. In Tianji Palace, Tianju the Venerable was closest to Tianju and Kaiying. The three became sworn brothers. Tianju never suspected his most trusted brother, Tianshu, was actually Lord Huan of Yuan. So Tianju's appearance distracted him? Precisely. As victory neared, his sworn brother's betrayal threw him off. Though Fengzi won, Yuahua's poison caused him to fall off a cliff, barely surviving. Even without the poison, Hylian Fubi wouldn't have let Funzi live. Both of them were meant to die there. This legendary duel was all planned, such ruthless scheming. You've kept the secret for 20 years, why reveal it now? Only today did I realize Hylian Fubi is head of Tanshin Hall, finally understanding the significance of his presence at that battle. And this also revealed to me who you are, Yuan Yi. Who I am? Remember, I once met your uncle, Gu Qingfei, when you first met Zhu. What? Who were you supposed to be then? Who do you think you were meeting? By then, I'd obtained the journal and learned Taji Palace's secret, so I approached him as head of Tenji Hall, hoping to use their resources to cure Zhui. So you went to see Tianshu? Yes, but he immediately saw through my disguise. Surprisingly, he didn't seem to mind and helped. Because of him, Zhu was able to grow up. Yuan Yi, I didn't think much about you then, but he's Gu Qingfei, head of Tenshin Hall, and Lord Huan of Yuan, then who are you? Whose child are you that such a person would hide in Liao City to raise you? Yuan Yi's age is close to Moen's. Could he be? Enough. Master Yang, why are you telling me all this? I hope you will rebuild Tianji Palace as its leader. Huh? What? Rebuild Tianji Palace? Yuan Yi, you may not realize the power you now possess. You're both admired by Ning's entire martial world and the people's hearts. People's hearts are the greatest power. One who wins them can surpass even imperial authority. Why else do you think that the Empress needs to win you over? By leading the Martial Alliance and rebuilding Tianji Palace, you can establish your own force and achieve your goals. Yuan Yi, this doesn't contradict justice in any ways. It's the best approach to fulfill your ideals. Indeed, if he's truly that man's son, his rebuilding of Tianji Palace is justified. I'd surely dedicate my life to serving him. And what will you gain from this? I only asked for a position as head of Tianji Hall. I hadn't forgotten your actions in Nanjing, Master Ouyang, but you defended us fiercely in Buddhist Hollow, and were first among the sects to arrive at Zenggu Pass. If we win this battle, I'm sure Her Majesty will reward you generously. So why do you seek an elusive position? I've already explained. Because Tianji Palace you establish can rival even imperial authority, it will serve as the last safeguard for Manjing Manor. So this person was actually my father. Rebuild Tianji Palace, but what I create will probably differ greatly from his vision. As Ouyang Hin suggested, rebuilding Tianji Palace will give me my own force. I can ensure Tianji Palace follows the right path. Ooh. But I already made a pact with the Empress. Will the new Tianji Palace safeguard those 30 years of peace or become a new threat? Ooh, that was out of left field. I don't really have thoughts on that particularly. Do it, says Storm King. And Mateus says you are the leader of Wudang. Oh, civil war in the builders. This is really out of left field. I don't really have thoughts here. Rebuild the palace, says Storm King. Well, let's think about what's at stake here. So the Empress is going to have a war. right? And Yi would prefer if that didn't happen. As Tenji Palace, we might be able to actually stop the war, although we might be able to do that as Wudang too. That's why you said save first. We do have a save. I wish I had saved it down in one of the deeper slots. All right, I think we'll go with the rebuild route. Rebuild that will take years. No, that's true. That's true. That's the first time I've actually seen people disagree much in chat there. We have to fight Moen either way. Moen is definitely on the wrong path, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to kill him. While he has made mistakes, he hasn't been absolutely, like, out of control. Already made a pact with the Empress. We'll safeguard these 30 years of peace. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna betray Wudang on this one. I think we're gonna refuse here. Another time, Storm King, in another world. No. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Wudang has only ever treated me with kindness. I'll never betray them. And I have no intention to become the leader of anything. Are you certain? Absolutely. Then I suppose I must pretend this conversation never happened. I'm still grateful you shared your past. Take care, Master Ouyang. Since acquiring the star chart of Zaiwi from Kama, I haven't had time to examine it. Deciphering it requires astrological knowledge. Perhaps Mr. Yi can interpret it? Yes. So, do we have anything new in here? No. Let's go to items. Let's go to here. Can we use you right now? Seal of Perpetuity, Mr. Gu. The energy is surging within the Seal of Perpetuity. Mr. Gu must have drained his essence and past bearer's energy from the seal to set up formation against Helian Fubu, lasting several days. Then why is the energy still within the seal? You channel evergreen vitality into the seal, and instantly a stream of extremely pure energy flows into you. This energy is domineering as a gale force, yet gentle as falling snow, an unmatched purity and depth. It's definitely not the timeless seasonal method, yet it's not inferior to that of wind and cloud. Why does it feel familiar? Have I felt this energy before? Could it be? It's Helian Fubi, its uncle's internal energy. It must be. The only person with such pure internal energy who's fought both me and Mr. Gu as uncle. Mr. Gu, why did you leave me the Seal of Perpetuity? This is my only chance to study his martial arts. Okay. Can't use anything else. We did not unlock anything. Okay, star chart. Okay, can't use that again. That's not it. Gems and Weed Seed. Star chart. Just return to the save and use C to skip stuff. Yeah, we might. We'll see how we do on time. Like I said, I do have a little bit of a limit, but we're several hours away. Mr. Yi, at Buddhist Hollow, I obtained the star chart of Zaiwi from Kama, but my limited astrological knowledge makes it hard to understand. As you're from Tanji Palace, can you interpret the star chart? The star chart of Zaiwi is traditionally kept by Tanji Palace's leader. Though I know of it, I've never seen the contents. Pejin taught me all my martial arts. I fear I can only grasp some basic techniques. Advanced techniques like 3 enclosures and 7-star sword plays beyond me. Since Helian Fubi is at Taishi, he should know Tanji Palace's martial arts. Deciphering the star chart now could help me understand him. Mr. Yi, please teach me. All right, but you still have important things to attend to. We shouldn't linger too long. Let's study the star chart together. Yi Fei and you study the star chart. The star chart of Zaiwi is truly Tanjin Palace's treasure. It uses constellations to represent meridians and acupoints. Practicing without understanding risks losing oneself in the stars and falling into madness. The more profound the martial art, the more complex the constellation arrangement. Without guidance, one can only skirt the Milky Way's edges. All right. How about them edges, though? Hey, we actually got a yellow. All right. I was just commenting how weird it was that we had like such garbage in here. All right, we would definitely not use snake form. Let's equip you. Dazzle the target. That's excellent. That's minus accuracy. When using the move, gain 1 stack the effect per attack, up to 5. Key gathering speed and more evasion. When attacked with Starburst, there's a 50% chance to consume a Starburst to inflict Frost. Alright, the Frost is whatever, but... Okay, and upgrade. Dazzle, extra effects. Okay, yeah, we're not using that at all, so we can just put that in there. Mighty Move. Bidale Swordplay. Has a 50% chance to gain 50% key. Kaiji Palace's Swordplay inflicts reducing accuracy by a lot. Wow. Deals extra damage for every point of attack and accuracy to all visible targets in the Vanguard. Each subsequent target takes 100% more damage, stacking 5 times. Wow. Okay, yeah, I can see why that's the best. Apparently I've been collecting movement skills too, that I didn't realize. Increase agility. Next Shellin move. Okay, that's kind of whatever. That's 20 agility. This is 35. Okay, I think you come off and you go on. And does that mean that he's back in our party? He is. Oh, you didn't learn the moves? Okay, he actually, no, he does have it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. I was gonna be very disappointed if he couldn't actually get those moves. Okay, now we do need to be really careful here when I'm saving. What is my save from today? Yeah, we've been in a string of cutscenes and I haven't had any time to save. So this is the save that we started with today. So I need to not save over... Yeah, August 20. So I need to not save in slot 1. I'm going to throw one down here in 5. That's dangerous. He just unlocks it, yeah. Okay, and we still don't have Lee in our party. So I still can't fix his staff thing. Keep reminding me of that when we get him. Okay, do we have anything else we need to do? Go to Mount Tenshin. Alright, can do. Wait, are you not in the party? I can't accompany you. Over 100,000 Yuan soldiers surround Zengu Pass. It might be even more dangerous here. But you'll return within 15 days, right? Just knowing that makes the massive army seem less intimidating. Tenchi, Nanjing, Buddhist Hollow will face countless perils beyond normal imagination. Yet, with you around, I've never found a reason to fear. Ling Yu, remember this name. When you return to Zengu Pass, Ling Yu will be the first to greet you. Oh, we know her actual name. If you escort Zhanghu Cult here, you'll appear outside Zengu Pass on 15 days. Good, the elites within will move out to coordinate with you then. However, Zengu Cult lost many at Buddhist Hollow. I worry they might not have much left to offer. Zhao An must have a backup plan. If I'm not mistaken, some Bureau Guard soldiers likely were with Yao An when she returned north. White Tortoise Cave secret passage can't accommodate a large army. Even with Zhao An's preparation, Zhao Ho Cult contribution will be limited. Dividing forces scatters strength and focusing gathers it. This battle requires all forces combined. Focus on one point for a chance at success. But who's our target? Yuan Empire or Hellion Fubi? It can only be Hellion Fubi. His intelligence will see through our plan as soon as Zhao Ho Cult moves, and he'll deploy accordingly. So, regardless of our intended target, we'll ultimately face Hellion Fubi, Yuan's top martial artist. Yes, this will be a plan known to both sides. Yukun, Mr. Yin, this reminds me of Buddhist Hollow. I'll handle everything inside the pass. Everything outside, it's on you. Rest assured, Mr. Lee, we'll return to Zengu Pass on the 15th day. Meanwhile, keep everyone safe. I'll do my best. Mr. Yuan, Miss Jun, the Yuan army is fierce in battle. Please be cautious and avoid confronting Lord Huan. Yeah, your concerns touching. If Mr. Lee didn't need our protection, I'd actually love to join you and see Mount Tenshin's snowy landscape. Don't worry about us. I know Lord Huan's strength and my limitations. Your journey will be dangerous, so be careful. I'll wait for you inside the pass. You two, see you then. Many sects have gathered at Zengu Pass because of Yuan Yi. Though not officially announced, he's akin to the martial arts leader. After this battle, his prestige will be unmatched. Is this what you hope for? It almost is. The battle will start, not the result. As you said, he'll be renowned afterward. With Wudang and Beggar sect support, plus others' trust, he'll have de facto position of martial arts alliance leader. And I have one last task. I will win this battle for him. I have to. I don't think he's gonna let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I have a feeling we're not going to get another chance with him in our party. Hopefully we have what we need equipped. Not much else I can do about that. Okay, to Tanshin. The land is crawling with Yuan soldiers beyond the pass. I shouldn't venture out unless necessary. Okay, well, we need to go. Are we going to use the secret cave? Wait, you. I'm not staying at Zengu Pass. Wherever you go, I'll follow. Don't forget, Bu Wei and Yuan Yi will never part. Ever part. Chatter. It's through Tortoise? Yeah, that was my guess going this direction. Yi, I want to stay at Zengu Pass. Stay at Zengu Pass? I guess you should. You've always wanted to fight for the country like Commanderess Mu. But this battle will be dangerous and you're no seasoned soldier. Be careful, okay? I will. Thank you for supporting me. I didn't realize you had such a fierce soldier amongst your companions, Mr. Yuan. You could return to the pass and find head of Bureau Guards, Lord Zhao. Just mention Mr. Yuan and I recommended you. Lord Zhao values talent. I'm certain he'll have a position for you. Really? Yes, Director Zin promised. You should thank him. Oh, right. Thank you, Director Ling Jian. It's nothing now. Mr. Yuan, it's time for us to move. Zinner, I'll return soon. It's a long journey to Mount Tanshin. Take care. Director Lingxin, it's a small gesture. We'd honor to have a descendant of the four martial families join us. Yeah, all right, let's go. We got a long journey. Yuan soldiers surround the pass. I must use White Tortoise Cave secret path to reach the sub-river valley and then proceed to Mount Tanshin. Moen. Too many have died for that tragedy 20 years ago. Moen, I can't let you remain trapped in old grudges. Okay, White Tortoise up north. That was Buddhist Hollow. That was not White Tortoise. Alright, where is your secret little entrance? Probably down where we had that autosave every time. Oh, nope. Nope, new area. Well, I'm taking the rocks. Wait. Alright, what? Oh, freak. While you're thinking about that, I'm just gonna double check meridian points. Make sure we're spending. You. Oh. Did you pick the legacies in Mirage? I didn't go do any more Mirage. I'm not too concerned about it. We have a save before here that I can go do that if I want to do that. I'm more interested in getting the story complete, and if we have time, I'd like to try that other option with Tanshin Palace. It will be straight fights. That's okay. If I do want to unlock those, I'll use that save. I just got to be really careful not to save over. In fact, let's make another safety save. We'll make one down here in number 10. Will be straight fight. Okay, thanks for the heads up. I'm not too concerned about the legacy stuff. So I have a save. I can go do that if I want to. Elsewise. All right, let's do this. Deep River Valley. After that, it's over. Okay, yeah, we should be really close. I really wanted to finish yesterday, but my voice was just shot. Just absolutely shot. I definitely learned for games like this where you have a lot of talking and a lot of non-native English words, coffee is not the drink. Hence why I came in today with tea and not coffee. All right, bandits. I'm not interested. Oh, I'm interested in the chest though. Okay, you've definitely earned these. Oh, we've already maxed all those out. There we go. 5 attack. Tea is the way to go. Yeah. Water's better. Water is better. That's what I've got in red cup. The warm tea is pretty soothing for my throat. Coffee is definitely not the drink for that. I haven't had problems with it all summer, but I haven't been speed talking as much as we've had to here. Okay, do we need to stop by Zhao Colt on the way there or on the way back? I guess we have a safety. Yep, we need to go to the mountain first. Okay, that answers that. All right, and luckily we've already explored this, so we already kind of know what we need to do here. After the battle at Buddha's Hollow. Come here. Come see your mother and the seniors at Tenchian Sect. She must be glad in the afterlife to see you're all grown up now. Busy with revenge, I seldom come to visit her over the years. When I die, bury me by her side. Now listen carefully. Most believe Wind and Cloud method of Tenchian Sect to have 5 forms, but there's a 6th form recorded on the very last page. The 6th is the true, fatal, and most powerful form. In all my years of practicing Wind and Cloud method, I have come to realize that to master the final form, one needs to let go of all worldly thoughts and emotion on the inside. It's a pity I have too many connections and cannot let go. Yuan Yi's palm strike has sealed my fate. My time is short. I must transfer all my power to you. You and I are different. You should have abandoned the hypocritical connections you had long ago. Swear to me. Swear to me in front of your mother and all the lost souls of Tenchian Sect that you will kill them all. Villain Valley, Beggar Sect, Shaolin, Wudang, none of them will get away. Kill all those shameless hypocritical thugs. Kill them all who covet the Wind and Cloud method and achieve the highest state of martial arts with their blood. All right, maybe he has gone evil. All right, we need to remember it is on the turn off. No one's here? No, listen. What? That's the sound from the mountaintop? It sounds like a mighty beast roar. No, it's a sword. It's Whale Slayer. Whale Slayer? Is it Zhao Hongwan? Let's hurry. Not there. All right, now he did say Mountain Peak, but I'm going to poke my nose here before we pass it. Okay, that does not seem to be the trigger, so it is probably the Mountain Peak. I never sent a challenge to you. Why come to Mount Tanshin to meet your end? Moen, do you truly hate the martial world? Why then do you hear no hatred from your dustless sword? Your internal roar, on the other hand, is unsettling. Are those the last words you choose? All who wronged you are gone, and only you and he know the Wind and Cloud method now. That's not true. I thought you hated him, but I see that that's not true. Your sword speaks of vengeance with no target. It's just a lost soul venting aimlessly. My sword, you say? You think you understand me? I'm going through my emo phase. I don't, nor do I want to. I don't need to understand others to be understood by many. One person who understands me is enough. Moen, these are the last words I choose. After my next strike, all sword practitioners will look to the name of Zhao Hongwan. Whale Slayer, let's witness the pinnacle of swordsmanship. This pure sword isn't my goal nor the limit of swordsmanship. I shall surpass the pure sword and reach my true destination. Hey, Blue Eclipse, thanks for stopping by. If you start the beginning of the VOD, we started with me on mute, so my apologies. You gotta go a little bit in before you'll get sound. But we didn't miss anything. This umbrella and the sword key from the mountaintop. It was him. Mr. Zhao, I'm happy for you. You finally achieved your lifelong goal. I did not expect him to die, in all honesty. Maybe he's not dead. Maybe, right? A little copium here. You. That move is called Fallen Whale. My sword exists for swordsmanship, not killing. Moen, the truly heartless ones are no longer human, but those who seem heartless often feel the most. Yeah, I actually kind of like his character. He came off a certain way that I didn't like at the beginning, but he wasn't that. So I actually quite appreciate that. He wasn't like the arrogant young master. Moen, that umbrella, are you here to avenge him? No, I'm here to stop you. Besides, Zhao Hongwan must have fallen pursuing the pinnacle of swordsmanship. Avenging him would dishonor his memory. To have shattered Whaleslayer, this strike's power must have been unparalleled. Zhao Hongwan, I'll honor your sword with Mount Tanshin, snow and wind. Not a lot of preamble there. All right, what are we doing? We're obviously gonna monkey him. Moen don't know about my monkey powers. All right, speaking of monkey powers, switch over here. And yeah, it was okay. Okay, so reduces his attack and accuracy. All right, just out of curiosity. Okay, so he can block damage with MP. Okay, so we didn't actually get any debuffs on him. That's a little bit sad. Let's go ahead and unique him. Nice crit E. And we just keep carrying it on. In fact, while we're here, let's just get those equipped. Had to end this way, huh? Sword tassel. It's a quest item. Yeah. The perfect sword, the strongest man. I see, the highest state of martial arts. I was wrong from the beginning. Wait. Didn't you say you were gonna stop me? Your sword no longer carries the intent to kill. Besides, I never wanted it to come to this. To me, you've always been a senior fellow disciple who taught me martial arts, a friend who ventured with me in Zhenghu, and a teacher who instilled me the importance of righteousness. I know you didn't have a choice, but it's okay. Whatever it is you plan to do, I will stop you, no matter how many times it takes. You naive idiot. Thank you for the manual. No need. Tenshin sect owed you that. Is there anything else? Not really. It's just Yi wouldn't let me come up to the peak. Anyways, why did you get into a fight with Yi? Did you hurt his friends too? I did. It's okay. I have a lot of pills with me. Here, have some. I'll let you in on a secret. I almost hurt Mr. Ling myself before. But Miss Shang said Yi is really soft-hearted. So as long as if we apologize sincerely and promise not to cause trouble again, he'll always forgive us. Yi's almost gone now. What? Oh no! Yi, wait for me! That running animation is what it is. Mr. Zhao, may you rest peacefully atop Mount Tanshin. Whaleslayer was your sword, so it shall remain here with you. You achieved your perfect swordplay. I respect that. Whaleslayer fragment and soaring sword advancement blueprint. Now it's time to head to Zanhao Cult. Yao Ji. All right, out of the way, snow leopards. Actually, hang on a second. Not my turn. I do want to poke my nose into Tenchi just to see if we get a cutscene. Oh, never mind. I guess not. Mr. Yi, are you thinking about Shang Tsung? Yeah, despite my investigation, I still don't understand why Shang Tsung would align with Tianshu. It's not surprising that she would want to rebuild Tianji Palace after learning the truth, but according to Oyin Hing, Tianju Palace's fall was caused by Hellion Fubi or Tianshu. There can only be one reason. Shang Tsung doesn't know the truth about the fall. She only knows that Hellion Fubi wants her to know. So Shang Tsung Yun should have been raised by a rural family under Lord Feng Zhao's arrangement. Why is she with Tianshu? Mr. Yi? Isn't there only one possibility? Lord Feng Zhao was working with Tianshu. Hellion Fubi, as Tianshu overthrew Tianji Palace with him, while Lu Fengzhao guided Cao Yuting to absorb its forces, forming Tianlong Gang, the largest gang outside the pass. If so, why didn't he give Cao Yuting the star chart of Ziwi? And why keep Shang Tsung and tell her the truth about Tianji's Palace's fall? Lord Fengzhao, he wasn't working with Tianshu. From the start, he was Hellion Fubi's subordinate. That's why he didn't give Cao Yutan the star chart. Shang Tsung is a pawn left for Tianshu. Why did he do that? If he was Hellion Fubi's man, why work for Cao Yutan? Why sacrifice himself for Tianlong Gang? Perhaps it wasn't for Tianlong. Over 20 years ago, Tianji Palace and Tianjin sect led the northern martial world, but both were destroyed after the legendary duel. Subsequently, Tianlong Gang and Zhao Hao cult rose to prominence. Tianlong Gang was destroyed in the Battle of Mount Windless, while Zhao Hao cult suffered greatly at the recent Buddha's Hollow. Though Zhao Hao cult worked with Yuan, Xiang Li was too ambitious to submit willingly. I see now. Zhao Hao cult, Tianlong Gang, Tianjin sect, Taiji Palace all held significant influence in the northern martial world, and they share a common trait. Their leaders aren't Yuan people. Not Yuan people. Indeed, Hellion Fubi and Lao Fazhao likely aimed to eliminate all foreign forces in the north that could threaten the Yuan Empire. They planned for over a decade, aiming to have all the targets converge through conflicts among various forces. I see. But if this was their goal, why did Feng Zhao have to die? He could have survived. I thought it was due to the disagreement with Cao Yutan, but now it seems his move southward might have been related to Hellion Fubi. But we have no way of knowing more at the moment. Let's go, we need to reach the cult quickly. Can do. I guess we can make a save. I want to be careful. We're not touching number one. Number one, no touch. No touch number one. How long can our defenses hold? One Hulong and the others can hold for a while, but it's only a matter of time before Yuan's elite army and that fierce woman in front break through. Please, take a secret passage to safety. Hu Lao, it's insulting if you really thought I'd flee. Do you doubt my courage to stand with my followers? Besides, all hope isn't lost yet. He's like, aw, beep, here we go again. I've never faced such overwhelming sword might, especially from one so young. How is this possible? Those who surrender will be spared. I applaud your strength, but you'll find no cowards in the Church of Zanhao. Lady Xuan, you shouldn't be here. As the church's leader, how can I watch idly as you risk your lives for the holy fire? Everyone, let's drive these Yuan invaders from our headquarters. Yes, we pledge our lives to you. Yes, we do. Okay, I am not in control. I don't know who wins this, actually. Yao Ji has not been in my party for a long time, so she has not received upgrades. So it's whatever the story has given her. We have gotten quite a lot more powerful in the time since she's been gone. Doing pretty good so far. Screaming an empire to death, yep. I think one of my favorites was when they opened the city gates while the army was approaching it, and then just like we're out there sweeping and acting like everything was normal. And so the enemy army is like, oh crap, what kind of trap is this? We're out of here. They had no plan. That was the plan. Chaos Martial Codex. The Thunder Envoys mentioned it. Yuan Yi. Yao Ji, now it's my turn to save you. Yuan Yi, and you. Song, Tenshu has been lying this whole time. He's the true culprit behind Tenji Palace's downfall. Shut up. Tenshu has worked for over 20 years to build Tenji Palace. Why should I believe you? That's 3 enclosure force. Has Tenshu Force opened the 3 enclosures of Dantan? Yes. No one gets in the way. Yeah, but have you met Yi before? I'm just saying, you know, have you met Yi before? All right. Ooh, nice. All right, Yi, I didn't even recognize you with your new duds. All right, get up there and give her the old monkey tickle. I just love the idea that Yi runs up and just like acts like a monkey and tickles people, which lowers their accuracy. It's so ridiculous, but it's so good. Yep. All right, E again. Do E. And G again. Yeah. Good job, team. I don't really want to go into auto, even though it would be definitely win. I just don't want to be in auto when we start something else and be really annoyed. Can you run up here in hot spot? No attack target in range. What about here? All right, go finish him off. Very nice. If only you would rebuild the palace. Like I said, we'll if we have time, we'll do the alternate path here. We'll just skip through the dialogue pieces and see how it's different. Song! She's dying. Her 3 enclosures of Dantan have been forcibly opened. The overwhelming energy is turning against her due to the injury. There's no saving her now. Uncle Yi, I never doubted, but at least he gave me hope. Compared to the future you planned for me, I'll be closer to the father this way, won't I? Father, I'm sorry I failed. Yun! Shengsong Tenshu. That was a timely rescue. 3 enclosure forces has terrifying power. Now I know everything. I never thought you'd keep your promise like this. How could a hero like you never understand the mind of vicious cultists? After tonight, you won't be one anymore. Yeah, now the church can finally become what my parents dreamed it would be. You and Yi, I've never have to stand against you again, and I'll fight alongside you at Zengu Pass. Senhao cult suffered significant losses because of Sheng Song, so the remaining day helped Yaoji restore order. I'll mobilize all available disciples, but even Zhao An's assigned forces were still nothing compared to Yuan's army outside Zengu Pass. This surprise force only needs to provide a slight distraction. Victory hinges on the Ning's army main force inside Zengu Pass and my battle with Hylian Fubi. Shall we depart now? You're right. The journey is long and over half of our 15-day deadline is passed. We must leave soon. Then let's stop chatting and get going. We got the star chart and its directions. I don't know why that just popped right now. Okay, back in the party and deployed. I guess that's fine. All right, let's just quickly give me books. Learn all. Oh, you are going to be so far behind, aren't you? Oh, you are so far behind. What is this? What is this? All right. Chaos Manual, Supreme Blaze. I guess, yeah, you're in all kinds of weird, awkward places, aren't you? I don't think you're gonna have a fight. I'm just pure guessing, but I don't think you will. Oh, you don't have any more points. Gear-wise. We have the Omniscient Consciousness. You know what? Sure, why not? Nobody else is gonna use it. And you can have my cloud method. And is that better than what you have? Maybe not. Actually, you know what? This is kind of your story item. Do I want to do that? Omniscient is guaranteed to crit. Alright, I think that's fine. Whatever. Armor, hat, better hat. Boots, better boots. All right, is what it is for you. Converging. Wow, you have not been in my party for a really long time. All right, and we said read the star chart again. Where are you, star chart? Wind sword. It's faster than trying to just read it. I thought it should be at the top here. Oh, there we are. Oops. Directions to the star chart is OE. This book seems to explain the chart. Did that person give to Shing Song to learn Chenji's martial arts? Having learned their basics from Mr. Yi and now the star chart in these directions, I can finally uncover Chenji Palace's secret technique. All right, what do we learn? Their ultimate. Okay, we are not using Celestial Fairy Sword ever, so let's just take that out. Quick upgrade you. Let's equip you. What do you do? This move will gain 7-star sword plays for 3 turns, inflict 3, incapacitate, increases the damage and output of all swordplay moves of Chenji Palace. Okay, which we are using right now. When this effect lasts, mobilize, lightness skill, extra evasion is good for our build. Sure. I did give her the books. Okay, return to Zengu Pass. Let's make another save. Carefully staying away from number 1. Or number 3. Cultivation. You're talking Yi or her? I spent all of her points, if that's what you're asking. She's out of points. Yeah. I suppose we could give her a few. All right, Yi, why don't you make, I don't know, 30. Yes. Interact with the Seal of Perpetuity. We can look it again, but I think it's done. Yeah, we did that earlier and we got stuff out of it. All right, you, books, scrolls, use, axe, yes. Okay, and then, okay, take that. I'll come through here in a second and switch these. Firebrand. Okay, and then just a bunch of, definitely will help. It's an interesting system that the cultivation is your real, like learning more cultivation methods is definitely the route to power. There you go. Conception, strike, back, penetrating, strike, back, and maybe some, yay, there you go. Oh, creak. All right, I'll double check on Yi. Yi, have you gotten any books? Although it's gonna be really hard to tell. Yeah, he's learned everything he can learn. Okay. Zongu we go. I can't see. I literally don't know what that even was. Mistakes have been made. All right, hold on a second. Okay, it's him chilling in a yurt. Shing Song, you've done your best. Though Zhanhao cult was allied with Ning, they've been severely weakened since Xian Li's death. Their involvement with the Ning forces doesn't interfere with my plans. Feng Hao, your years of scheming are finally bearing fruit. It's unfortunate. From Helian Yutan to Gu Qingfei, I've ultimately become Helian Fubu. Helian Yutan couldn't fulfill your wish, but Helian Fubai will unite both countries, creating the world you envisioned. Okay, return to Zengu Pass. I'll tell you what though, before we return to Zengu Pass, I'm gonna refill my tea here and I'm gonna use the restroom. I think this is gonna be the finale. And then it looks like we'll probably have enough time that we'll probably run the other route and just see what it would have been like if we decided to restore Tianji. So I'm gonna take a Fiverr here. Let me go flip to YouTube. Lives, no. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna tell YouTube to give me a Fiverr. I'm gonna put it in Fiverr. I'm gonna move my screen so I can see it, and I will be right back, guys. Hopefully with audio. Okay, let me get that brake turned off. And brake. And you back up here. And back to camera. Okay, let's do it. All teed up. Back through Dragon's Valley, where it all began. Where it all began. If only they hadn't ambushed Yi, could have been a very short game. Right? No, that wasn't it. There was a... Yeah, right here-ish, because I seem to remember that skeleton in the background. The 15th day inside Zengu Pass. Lord Zhao, Yuan's forces launched a fierce attack an hour ago. It's intensifying. An hour of intense assault. Hui and Fubi must have deployed Yuan's elite troops up front, the 15th day. These movements suggest Yuan Yi may have successfully extracted Zanhao Colt and will arrive at Zengu Pass today as planned. Yi. So, Elder Li, you aim to trap Ning's forces in Zengu Pass, preventing the two sides from uniting? It seems likely, but there might be more to it. Killing Fubi appears to be forcing us into a dilemma. Not sending reinforcements would mean abandoning Yuan Yi, but following our plan to send troops would also create a vulnerability when opening the pass. Elder Li, what's your take? Since Yuan Yi is returning as agreed, we can't waste the opportunity he's created. We should stick to the plan, using Ning's elite forces to break through, support Mr. Yuan, and strike Yuan's main forces. Yuan's assault will surely create vulnerabilities when Zengu Pass opens. How should we handle this? Martial artists aren't skilled at large-scale war military formations, but they can defend the city walls. We can use the terrain to greatly reduce Yuan army's power. With Ning's elite forces handling the assault, it's up to us martial arts sects to cover the vulnerabilities. I know it's a tall order, but I need all martial artists here to entrust your lives to me today. A caravan escort game? I mean, I'd play that. General, Lord Zhao's orders are in. The plan stays unchanged. Unchanged, the Mr. Yuan must have reached Zengu Pass. Of course, he never disappoints. Then we soldiers shouldn't lag behind. Soldiers, we've been cooped up in Zengu Pass for half a month. Today we'll show the Yuan forces what we're made of. Zinur, time to prove yourself as the heir of the four martial arts families. I'll do my best to live up to that name. Those Ning fools dare attempt a breakthrough? We'll fight our way forward. Soldiers, follow me into battle. Charge! General Huang, Elder Li sent us to assist the disciples from Condor School in Meijing Manor. Leave that man to me. Excellent. With your strength, victory is certain. Okay. Zip up here. Hit you. Yes. I have literally no idea what you do. Okay, you can hit those. Excellent. I'm probably going to be able to auto this fight. I just got to be really careful that I turn off auto before we get to the end, or I'll be really annoyed later. I can't reach. I can reach. I just want to make sure we take out the guy who might actually be able to damage us. Okay, are you unique? Do it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and auto. I think we've definitely got this. And I'll try to turn off auto before the end of the fight, so I don't get annoyed next fight. Big fights here at the end, I'll definitely say. Although the million nuke army is kind of a... Maybe once we defeat the leader, we could have just rolled tape. They don't stand a chance at all. Almost need to have more than a 2x speed for this. Why'd you move back to hit just one of them? You could have hit like all of them. Some questionable choices here. Some very questionable choices here. And auto off. Yeah, it does that a lot. Yeah. It's like with Yi and that Thunderbolt sword when we were using it, where it's like, if you hit them with the middle, they auto die. If you don't hit them with the middle, this does hardly anything. And the guy is like, hit them with the outside? No, don't hit them with the outside, actually. General, that squad has broken our line, heading to the main camp. Those Ning fighters have skill, but Lord Huan is commanding from there. Their venture is doomed. Soldiers, as planned, follow me to storm inside Zengu Pass. Gates close. Lol, no. Dragon subduing pawn, are you Yan Weihun, the lonely jade flute? Exactly. Very well, I've heard about you lately. I'm eager to test your skills. I'm always up for a fight, but today you must be stopped here. No Yuan soldier will pass me alive. Such audacity. Soldiers, charge with me. Taoist robes, are you from Wudang? Indeed, I am Qingzhu of Wudang. You're not getting in. You think you can stop Yuan's mighty warriors? Qingzhu, I doubt words will work on these blockheads. Our blades, however, might have a better chance. Mr. Yuan, Wudang is here to help. Thank you. I'm pretty confident we can just auto through here. I don't think any of these boot fights are really going to do much to us. It's faster to do it manually. I mean, you're probably right. Let's be honest. Does give me a nice second though when I can rest my voice and sip some warm tea. Yeah, that's it right there. I'm not a huge believer in putting honey into the tea. Like, people always talk about honey, but the reason honey has all those benefits is because it has low moisture content. And so when you're adding it to liquid, it kind of negates a lot of what people think it's doing. That being said, though, it can be kind of soothing for your voice. All right, maybe we will need to get this manual since that guy's still up. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? That evasion, though. Hit who you can hit. All right, we need to take out Mr. Hammer Boy. This is embarrassing, guys. Thank you. Again, I think you could hit more here. It is probably faster to auto it just because of the AoEs and the AI's horrific use of them. These old guys are nowhere near as strong as we used to think. They used to be things we looked up to, that's for sure. All right, here, poke those. You're gonna make me chase you down. You totally are gonna make me chase you down. Okay, we'll use auto for the movement. Nice hit. All right, Master Qingzhu finishes it up. There you go. Good job, man. Fire inside the pass. Has Yuan army breached it? Absolutely impossible. If Yuan had been breached, the fire would have been concentrated on one of the side gates, but it's everywhere, suggesting spies have disrupted our morale. Spies? Zengu Pass has been under tight security. No one could get in unless the spies A master martial artist. Yeah. After General Hung's attack, how could we not have made preparations? How did you infiltrate the pass? Speak now and I'll give you a quick death. Charge! I think not. Alright, well, we never did get a chance to go in and fix him. So if he has it, he has it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I really don't care about you, unit. So you can zip on up here. You actually are kind of strong, now that I think about it. So maybe you'll be alright. Alright, I don't remember what the skill was that we even needed to turn on for him, if I'm being honest here. But that's... Okay, Sleeping Arhart gives us some evasion. Probably sleeping. It's unique. We've got Madness, we have Voryasha's Staff, and we have Yi Family Spear. Repelling Staff. We definitely don't have Repelling Staff on. Yeah, unfortunately, he has never been in my party since it was mentioned, so we were not able to go in and make that change. Alright, let's zip over here. Yeah, it's not equipped. Alright, you need to go. Loose smoke. Can't hit multiple people. Let's use the single target here and save the AoE. Just learned and mastered. There's a chance then. There's a chance. All right, you are just gonna try to keep people busy for the time being. Good luck. Okay, single target. All right, come behind, hit. Well, stat-wise, we seem to be doing really well. Yeah, I think we're okay up there. Let's get rid of some mooks. And you two. All right, you keep fighting him. All right, we have a line attack. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter here. Let's hit these guys. All right, zip over here and doink. All right, well, the battle itself at least is going really well. Oh, that attack was so annoying when we were dealing with him. I remember that one. Alright. Reinforcements are arriving. Alright, Mr. Crafty guy. No more of that, eh? Okay, Yo-Yo. I don't think we're gonna hit any more than that. That one? I do not know. I honestly don't remember. If we had it from a while ago, it's probably done, but I keep saying that because I legitimately thought I had gone through everyone, but then we keep finding people who didn't have things leveled properly, so I don't know. I have no excuses. Stop hitting the guy that's low. So I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell, but that doesn't mean anything. I wasn't particularly looking at the abilities. Master Yankee, It's nothing. I'm here on Sect Leader's order to protect you. Are you hurt? I'm fine, don't worry. Blackwing Sword. I brought all my trusted subordinates. Charge! Lord Zhao, be aware, Beggar Sect repelling formation. It's the one formation that when we have Yi Yangxing on our side, let's take him down. Zhao Hao's secret pill? Zhao Jilong, you! Oh, we got betrayed. Yeah, I knew that guy was really sketch. Okay, so... I'm gonna have you, I think, take this side. I think you'll be just fine, and then we'll work on this side. Remind me again what you all have. Stability. Okay, I think I want to do that. Zip you up here. Give him a little devilry. Yeah, okay, we definitely don't have it equipped at least. Alright, use that one. He's the 6th seed? I was kind of wondering if maybe it had been Moen. Ooh, that went well. Yankee, I don't actually know where your power level is, so just be careful, please. Okay, we'll give a line attack. How about there? That was not very impressive. Alright, use your unique powers for good for once. Bonk. Yeah, 3 of them's fine. Hydra attack. Get rid of him. Said get rid of him. Line attack. Thank you for getting into a nice convenient line. I really appreciate that. With Hydra attack again. Thank you. And again. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did that to me. Where he's just like, lol, I get 5 attacks in a row. Isn't that hilarious? It's all coming back to me and how mad I was at that fight. Alright, you need to be kind of careful. They actually can hurt you. Alright, I guess we're finally out of Hydra powers. Bonk them. Alright, poison will probably finish you off, and you're just mook, so I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, you tried, Youngpy. You tried. There we go. We came so close. This pill matches the comic cult used at Buddhist Hollow. Zhao Jilong, are you one of their seeds? Yeah, what does it matter? I couldn't reclaim my beggar sect. Li Yongji, I might not have been a great leader, but at least I wanted what's best for it. And you, do you still care about Beggar Sect? Since your power grab at Buddhist Hollow, Zengu Pass, how many members have been thrown into danger as your pawns? Li Yangzi, after this battle, how many will survive? Mock me all you want, but Beggar Sect, the largest sect for centuries, I didn't destroy it. You're the one destroying Beggar Sect, Li Yongxing. Ah. Comic cult's truly a plague. Their seeds still lurk in the martial world. Dama Eclipse mentioned 6 seeds. He must have been the last one, right? Mr. Lee, are you okay? Sect Leader Zhao, I don't believe I've wronged you, but indeed I've wronged Beggar Sect. You're right, my actions will greatly weaken Beggar Sect. This could be the last time the martial world hears of us. Yet I don't regret my decision. Perhaps my only regret is not letting you take my life, not giving this life back to Beggar Sect. I guess we're okay. Zhao Jinlong's assassination attempt was my oversight, but the rebel's been subdued. I hope you can forgive me, Lord Zhao. You've handled matters efficiently and deserve only credit. There's nothing to apologize for. The battle isn't over. We still need to oversee everything. Elder Li, don't let this get in your head. I understand. It seems Zhengu Pass is already stirring. Yes, you and Yi, Zhao Hu members lack skill in battle formation, won't be able to breach Yuan's army. The best they can do is distract them on the perimeter. But I will do my utmost to keep pace with you. Ambataba, then I shall clear a path for you both. Yaoji, Master, thank you. Uncle, whether you're Tenshu or Heben Fu Bi now, you're no longer my uncle Gu Qingfei. You taught me that in this world there are things a man should do and things he must not do. Perhaps that time has come. Yaoji, Master Dizui, let's go. All right, Yi, there's no masters here, so yeah, this is gonna go pretty quick. A lot of these fights that are making me go like little dude by little dude. All right, I think we're gonna auto on that one. He's actually pretty decent at actually using his skills, hopefully. Yi, I just gave you a compliment and you had to embarrass me in front of everyone. All right, maybe not. Evasion? Okay, guys, you're really embarrassing me here. All right, let's not do what we just did, eh? Well, we move up here and we hit that big group. Oh my goodness. Dizui, what's wrong, man? You skipped breakfast? Is that what happens? Like, you can't skip breakfast. That's the most important meal of the day. There you go. Jeez. That was ridiculous. All right, Yi, pop over here. What is with your accuracy all of a sudden, man? What is happening to you? Yeah, he's just coming through here and just absolutely demolishing everyone. Can you finish him? You cannot. All that scripture knowledge only for a Yuan Mook to dodge it. Yeah. I mean, maybe he's still tired from fighting with Eclipse. General, Yuan's main defenses are holding strong. Their offense is being blocked. There's unusual movement on the east side. Yuan Yi has arrived. Yuan Yi. Miss Yang, Miss Ling, even if it's just the two of you, we can't let Mr. Yuan fight alone. General Huang? General Huang is right, but this is our retreat path. It must be protected too. Miss Yang, you must go to his side. Miss Ling, I understand. Zener, join me in clearing a path for him. As you command, General. Oh my goodness. How many Mook battles are you gonna make me do in a row? What was that? She shoved him all the way across the map. All right. Here. All right, General, do your best. He's a leader, not a fighter. It's fine. Just auto these. But the comments are right. It is faster to not auto them because they don't make any use of their AoEs for some reason. If there's a chance for AoEing, I should probably just manual it. Although having to control the mooks is not particularly useful. I think that was a prime example. Right when I got done saying I think you'll do just fine, he moves and purposely dodges hitting multiple targets for some reason, when he literally could have just held still and hit like 5 people. Wait, she is absolutely just fleeing people around this battlefield, isn't she? Apparently so is he. That's just what we do now. Yeah, you better just finish him off. Alright, him. You call that a spear? Military duel slinging people. I guess that's true, you know, using that reach advantage of their long spears here. Okay, we are probably getting close. I want to make sure that I get the movement on Frosty Condor, but then I think I'll just auto. We're really close here. And I don't even need to do it, so you can reach. Okay, let's auto. Okay, so we got a guy in the top, we got 3 over here. And 1 at the top, 2 over here. Yeah, you can tell my party members when they zoom around the map, like at ridiculous speeds. You're the last one standing. Frosty, do the honors. Thank you. Lady Yuan, Mr. Yuan. Yuan's main camp is too well fortified. This is as far as we can get you. Understood. Leave the rest to us and protect yourselves. Their main camp's still far. They're mobilizing this way. Reinforcements must be coming from Zengu Pass. They won't be able to move many troops towards us. Zanhu Colt needs a retreat route. Hulu should take the lead here. Vidaraya and I can escort Mr. Yuan and Miss Yao to the main camp, but they mustn't be exhausted before battle. Someone must lead the way. I'll do it. Lu Sheng, Zhao Qin, we make way. Please proceed, Mr. Yuan. They can definitely escort you there. Go ahead, Mr. Yuan. Everyone, be careful. I'm on my goat. Let's make a save here, I think. We'll do 5. We're staying away from number 1. No number 1 saves. All right, what do you know? Zhao Tong, here, 3 ground rules. Okay, don't worry. This time I'll behave and stay here. I'll listen to Mr. Ling. Your safety comes first. If anything happens, you must leave immediately. Then you have to promise to me not to get hurt. I promise. Don't worry about things here. As long as I'm around, nothing will happen to her. All right, thank you, Mr. Ling. Not yet. Anyone else to talk to? Apparently not. Okay. You got anything to say? Don't worry, Mr. Win. Cool, and I will ensure everyone's safety. No. All right, let's do it. Yes. Yo, G, let's go. Okay. We got the Wushu wheelchair man. I think, yeah, 6 max. There are so many mooks in these fights, my goodness. Very different than the other fights. I mean, normal fights are what? Up to maybe 5, maybe? It's like, I don't know, 15-ish, give or take. All right, look for those good AoE opportunities, team. You guys, I don't know, you just do you. Right, zip over here. Clear them out. Over here, clear them out. Bring up here. We have a line attack, doesn't really do anything. All right, punch that guy. Wheelchair man, what do we got? We got a big AoE up there. All right, our sword skills. Run here and hit those. Just surround you with too many mooks. That's true. You have a Shaolin one that's bigger. Anhu, I'll use the other Mystic on Z. I assume you need Mighty. Ah, you're right. I can't change it. 4 forms. Okay. I'll try to remember. Alright, Faye. Yeah, let's just go for the AoE on that. All right, wheelchair man. We have a line attack. Sure. Right, zip over here. Those strongmen just crack me. I'm like, you're literally like fighting people with swords. Like, what is your plan here? Like, do we have a plan? Because it feels like we don't. You gonna punch him? Punch him really hard? Let's continue to head back towards those archers. Alright, I also don't want you on. Ooh, yes. He's behind him. Yeah, this one actually went better. This team had a lot more AoE potential. Line attack doesn't do anything. Just punch him. Alright, let's switch to the proper move. Okay, no, I do have it on. Okay, so it did change the equipment. It just didn't want me to use it, which was obvious because it was on cooldown. All right, run over here, boink. All right, they're out of range. There's a chance. All right, can you finish him, please? I'd appreciate that. The answer was no. There we go. That's a bit of an army. That's a bit of an army. Was an army. Jui! Yee! It's been a while, Jui. Shame we meet again in such a dreadful place. Yeah, if Moen were here, it'd be just like when us four first met. Dustless sword? Moen? I plan to stay on Mount Tianshan, but I don't want to be in your debt. Moen, I knew you're still the Moen I know. Yeah, Galloway mooks. You seem to have made quite a few friends in Central Plains. Tanjui the Venerable could dominate the martial world, but after having a child, he said he didn't want him involved in the strife. I didn't understand why someone who looked down on the martial world would think that until I became Gu Qingfei. Yi, I never taught you martial arts to keep you out of the martial world, but look at you now. I'll be the strongest martial artist you've ever met. Are you ready to face me? Uncle, there are countless soldiers here. Why is no one by your side? I will defeat you because unlike you, I didn't come alone. By the power of harem! Oh, you're still gonna make me fight all your stupid soldiers? Uncle, you disappoint me. Give him some monkey dance! So ridiculous. Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, run up here. I wonder if we're gonna end with a 1v1. I'd be a little disappointed if we end with in not a 1v1. Alright, Moen. What do you have? Qingqing Wind and Cloud method. Decreases the ultimate moves. I see. Alright. Give him an old ult. I feel like you're a little outclassed these days, Stewie. Do your best. Brought the best man. There you go. Yeah, that retaliation, though. No, sixer. That move is so ridiculous. That move is so ridiculous. Yeah, he just dominating the martial world here casually. I'm helping. There you go. Good job. Right, you could say that. Sounds like a dragon's roar. What kind of martial arts is this? It's snowing outside Zengu Pass? His power can even affect the weather? The snow falls light so pure and bright, like tigers fierce in wintry night. Dragons clash their scales, take flight in this wondrous icy sight. From Hylian Yutan to Hylian Fubi, then to Gu Qingfei, in the end, I chose to become Hylian Fubi again. Sleek and transformative is the Jade Dragon, yet guided by an unwavering purpose. This is my life's portrayal, and that's how I created Jade Dragon Method. Jade Dragon Method. In troubled time, heroes emerge. Since Ning's founding emperor and the Commandress Mu, those who can harness nature's power in Ning have been rare for centuries. But since that epic battle 20 years ago, Tengjui, Fulongzi, Dharma Eclipse, Kama, Bai Weiyi, their rise marks a new era, yet none of them could claim to be the world's greatest martial artists. Do you think you can? No. As Hylian Yutain, I might have reached the highest state of martial arts, but I'm Hylian Fubi now, and will remain so. Yi, if you can't reach the highest state, you'll never defeat me. I don't know if I can, but to me, martial arts are the way of humanity. I've faced top monsters in Nanjing, proving my path. I battled the demon at Buddha's Hollow, finding my true self. I've been lost, then rediscovered my origin and my goals. Staying true to myself and upholding justice is my way and my martial path. Jade Dragon Method? This is the trace of Jade Dragon Method Mr. Gu left me. As I said, I didn't come alone. Lord Huan, Hylian Fubi, I challenge you. Did we get a new one in here? No. And give him some monkey tickles. I love that that's how he just opens his fight. He just runs up and gives him monkey tickles. The fact that that auto hits for the accuracy is so ridiculous. Yeah. Oh no, you pushed me backwards. I can still reach you. All right, well, looks like somebody needs a little another tickle. Oh, and you know what? It would only be classic to finish him off with some Drifting Cloud Tai Chi swordplay. Feels good, man. I feel like I'm at the martial peak. Wind and Cloud Method, Cloud Form Tai Chi, 5 Immortal Mental Sutra, Evergreen Vitality Mastery, Buddha Dharma Scripture, Timeless Seasonal Method, Mara 6 Precepts, 3 Enclosures Force, and Jade Dragon Method. Master Zhang Jushin and Fulangzi made Wind and Cloud Method, not the other way around. It's not unparalleled techniques that made people great, but people who made these techniques. Wind and Cloud Method isn't the destruction of my path, it's something else. A technique truly my own. Ah. You'll create a new era. I'm truly proud of you. Jade Spear Tip. A few months later. There we go. Hold Z to skip and proceed direct to his settlement. Why would you do that? Few knew him, for he was no famed hero, yet many martial artists had seen him, for they were all he'd aided. Buddha and teachings are formless. Through unversed in scripture, his sincere heart embodied Buddhism. Are we gonna get a scene for each character? Okay. Literally her only scene. She killed a bandit. As Pine stands strong, defying the cold, it would never try to mimic Blossom's charm. Hao Chungking's sword shows no mercy to evil. Like her heart, it forever embodies the Pine spirit. Towering peaks touch the sky, carefree and timeless. Bai Jin, a lone figure, drinks only with those he deems friends. Yet Yuan Yi knows Bai Jin offers more than companionship and drink. When needed, Big J will always stand by his side. Big J. I see Yi didn't give up his drinking. Aw, there you go. The happy ending. Abandoning sinful ways doesn't erase past wrongs. The key to wielding a blade again, understanding its purpose. In later years, Kong Liang helped many, rarely killing. He often told Luang King, I only lived because of him, so how can I easily decide others' fates? He's got a whole turkey. Post Zenggu Pass, Lu Jin'er didn't immediately join the Ning army. She returned to Skyline Mont, formerly apprenticing under Madame Mu. While honing her skills, she sought Mu's strategic wisdom, incorporating Zenggu Pass experience. A year later, Lu Jing'an returned to the frontier with the Mountain Floral Spear, achieving greatness against Yuan. Her name echoed like Commander Mu's, hailed as the greatest general by the new dynasty. Kong Liang living happy is the true reward of the playthrough, says Storm. The Black Hawk Strider vanished from the martial world. Yep, by Lotus Lake, a new fisherman appeared. It said, in Yuan Yi's legendary life that followed, people saw the man resembling this fisherman. After all, Yi Fei, the Black Hawk Sword, was only ever drawn for a true friend. His sword was only ever drawn for a true friend. Beautiful shots here for these ending cards. Hey, and he made it, so I must have had the skill, I guess. Post Zenggu Pass, Li Yuanjing remained at the Empress's request, planning Ning's northern expansion. This aligned with his desires, yet not entirely. He knew well the vicious Empress would soon be more than the Emperor's wife. A new dynasty was not far off, yet Li Yongxing cared not for who ruled. His life's wish neared fulfillment. In coming years, he only wished to witness the 30-year promise of prosperity for the one who could command the martial world. His lost love would never return, but cherished memories would forever endure in his heart. All in the martial world agreed that for decades this realm belonged to Yuan Yi's era, yet in taverns, tea houses, another name was mentioned. Yuan Weihuan, the Lonely Jade Flute. Having a nice little picnic here. Everything good must come to an end, but wherever they are, hearts that remember will reunite on the most beautiful day. Friends will always be friends, and brothers will always be brothers. Yi just drinking again. Pace yourself, Yi. Achievement there. The soul-wrecking bird born of hatred no longer resides in Zhu Yaoyao's heart. Without hatred, there's no soul-wrecking bird. Regardless of others' praise or criticism, sighs or envy, I only wish to compose with you a ballad for generations. Beautiful shot there. The achievements just keep rolling in. That was her hidden ending, apparently. The vast north and expansive eastern sea, the tribe breaks free from their curse. His children will explore the world on his behalf, witnessing firsthand the vastness he never saw. Her hair, it's no longer white. We must have cured the early aging. Post-battle, Shangguan Hong and Sima Ling invited Xingguan Yu to King Mu sect. Libo School and King Mu sect, both Lady Libo's legacies shared origins, so the leaders decided to merge, forming Libo sect. Xingguan Hong and Sima Ling mastered Lady Lingbo's legacy, each integrating their experiences and achieving their own Baidi sword plays. Playing the flute in a tree is such a flex. Especially if it's a flowering plum or cherry. Thus, after establishing Lingbo sect, Xuan Hong became the leader and Xingman Ling the vice leader, honoring Lady Lingbo as founder. Lingbo sect disciples, mostly destitute women, gained martial training and life-changing opportunities. Trained in humility, self-restraint, righteousness, and chivalry, in just a decade, Lingbo sect became a pillar of the martial world. Old lady rocking chair. The cure for premature aging, another feat of the herbal saint, marks neither the lineage's end nor Shang Tingzi's finale. Called heartless by many, she is only injured by the fragility of life. Ka. The martial world knows Condor School, the sword over evil, is now led by Frosty Condor, one of the sharpest blades. It's not Condor School needing the Condor Order, but the world needing the Condor Order. She becomes flying cavalry. What? You have hair? I am Condor School's Frosty Condor, but also remember this, Ling Yu, that's my name. The path of atonement is helping others, not abandoning past sins under false pretense. Right or wrong, good or evil, I remain myself. You gonna dual wield now? Unexpectedly, a monk appeared in the abandoned Buddhist hall. Soon, more monks followed. Curious onlookers discovered that many inside were former notorious figures. Gradually, Buddhist Hollow gained a new name, the Cave of Atonement. I hope you found peace, man. Liu Xiang's death had impacted the court more than the martial world. This young director of Bureau Guards promoted his remarkable achievements, basking in unparalleled glory. Surprisingly, Ling Xiang chose to resign and retire. A sudden realization sparked this decision. He yearned to revisit the martial world. Perhaps he'll return to court someday, but as a changed man. After Zhengu Pass battle, Ye Wang returned to Wushu sect, entering seclusion for intensive training under Thom Leaf's orders. Upon emerging, Thom Leaf named Ye Wang the new sect leader. Didn't she say she could fix his legs? Ling Wuqing is not heartless. Rather, he feels deeply and strongly connected to the martial world. I discovered a priceless talent, and now he's unique and exquisite gem. Between the martial world and the court, Ling Wuqing chose the former. The court lost a detective, but the martial world gained a wanderer. Throughout Yuan Yi's life, this strategist stood by his side, tirelessly working of their shared vision of peace. What a good bro. What a good friend. Just the coughing? Ah, okay. Still. We chose different paths, yet united by our hopes for the future, I'll rise through the court, while you remain in the martial world. My friend, this isn't a divergent. We walk together always. Jiang Zhaotong remains the high priestess of Wuxian sect, but no longer wishes to return. Daughter of Zhang Yingfeng and the younger sister of Yuan Yi, she sees Wutong Village as her true home. Having studied the Wind and Cloud method and integrating the 5 Immortal Mental Sutra, her martial prowess has soared to new heights quickly. The future looks bright for her. The truly heartless ones are no longer human, but those who seem heartless often feel the most. While the whale falls, all others thrive. Though Zhao Hongfang has fallen, his sword will forever grace Mount Chengxing's icy wall and live on in the martial world legend. Yeah, there was really no reason for you to kill him, Moen. That one's kind of on you. Born with a gentle, kind nature, Oyin Zhu bears no grudges. She visits Manjing Manor occasionally for her protective brother and friends, but she's no longer a member of the manor or their good girl. She's simply Oyin Zhu, unique and self-defined. When did Yi find time to go on a cruise? And yes, the monkey stays with us. There are still countless mysteries in the world waiting to be solved. Sailing through the waves and searching for treasures are Bu Weiyu's happiest times, but she's never forgotten that she is Master King Yun's successor. Didn't get the harem ending? Ah, rip. She's acquired the legacy and with it the responsibility. For the rest of her life, no one will ever disturb the peace of Eastern Sea again. There is a certain someone always at her side. They shall never ever part. I think we missed one where we were supposed to get some music right after we finished the Eastern Sea DLC that we just missed. If I had to guess, that's the only thing that pops out in my mind. Before settling in Zenggu Pass, Lu Jianxing did one last thing for Yuan Yi and the martial world. He convened another assembly of heroes. Its sole purpose to select a leader for the entire martial world. Yuan Yi, unsurprisingly, was unanimously chosen. This heralded a new era, the era of Yuan Yi. Yuan Yi's martial arts transcended Wu Dang, yet it remains his foundation. Through all experiences, Wu Dang is his unwavering anchor. He's the only one since the founding comparable to the legendary Zhang Sanfeng. As leader, he spent decades safeguarding Wu Dang, fostering unity among the righteous sects, and striving to eliminate biases for a new martial arts golden age. Moreover, before retiring, he bequeathed countless manuals and treasures, securing Wu Dang as the leader of the righteous side for the next 100 years. Nice to see that we're fixing the place up a little bit. The end. Pretty decent ending, I will say. We only missed one character, and we only didn't get a couple little side things for character story wise. I know there were tons of other unlocks and martial arts and whatnot I'm sure we didn't get. And as people keep saying, we definitely didn't finish Mirage. Power unrivaled, ending Martial Alliance leader Wu Dang Grand Master. Manual collection, pinnacle of martial lore. Affinity level, esteemed company. Life skill level, visionary artificer. I didn't finish up my cooking. Weapon master, effortless warrior 3, difficulty normal. 61,150 if I had to give it a number. And there it is. There's the ending. Omniscient martial artist. Unlock all legacies is the achievement I just got. So let's peek in there for a second. So in here, inheritance library, this is what we got. So you can get different things in here. I don't even remember what we picked at the beginning. I think we took like some agility or something. Crafting might be one I would take if I was going to play again, just to lower that grind. You can start with items, that's kind of whatever. Blueprints. I mean, obviously, cultivation. Cultivation would definitely be the best ones here. So these are the legacies. Obtain legacy items to unlock their corresponding legacies. So we have Snowlock, Mara, Budahima, Taijin Sect, Taishan, Pingyun, Jade Dragon, and Tenji Palace. So yeah, look at that. 100 Jade Dragon forms. So I guess some of these are probably, yep, Monkey Dance. The most powerful one right there. Baijay Swordplay. So is there one for each weapon, I take it? That's, no, I guess there's multiple swords. Yeah, so there you go on that. Okay, let me get some thoughts here. And then I think we're gonna we'll see if I can zip through and we'll check that other ending. I do kind of need to watch my time here. So what are we at? We're at about 240, okay, give or take. Okay, so Wandering Sword, I really enjoyed this game. First of all, for the price, I did get this on sale. I don't think I got the DLCs particularly on sale, but for the price, there's a lot of content. In fact, here, I'm bigger now. There's a lot of content here for the price. I enjoyed that quite a lot. I kept saying that when I looked up the game originally, it was like 40 to 60 hours was like a normal playthrough. And I was like, oh, like 10 more people are saying for the DLC. So I underestimated how long this would take. If I wasn't streaming, obviously I would be a bit faster because I wouldn't be reading things out loud. I read very fast, faster than I can speak, to my own detriment sometimes. So I definitely could cut that time down a little bit. Other things I liked that there's at least a few different weapon types that are pretty good. Some aren't as great. Like, I don't think I would do a hidden weapon playthrough as Yi. I don't feel like that would be very good. I think you kind of need to stick to what Wu Dang has. Those are kind of the three good ones, despite not using their skills necessarily. I liked there's a large cast, and I do kind of wish that they would indicate who is more relevant and who isn't. So like, do I need to level up Kang? Should I level up Zhu? Things like that. It would be nice if there was just like some indication without having to go to an external guide. There are some good guides, but a lot of them are outdated because as updates have come through, the devs have moved things around or re-edited the story. So even when I thought I was in a good guide, sometimes the guide wouldn't tell us what we were trying to look up. There were a few times where we kind of got stuck for a minute until somebody in chat was able to find an answer. The other thing is, one of the things I don't like personally, and maybe this doesn't annoy other people, is like missable characters and things. Like the guy that's like, oh, you got his affection too high so he won't join you. Or Big J will die if you get too much affection. Nowhere in the game are you warned about that. There's no way you could learn that. So you end up having to do this incessant save thing. And I don't like save scumming. Like, that's just not how I normally play games. So a little bit of friction for me, and that may just be a babble thing. Maybe that doesn't annoy other people. Or if you just don't care about trying to do a perfect playthrough, then that wouldn't matter nearly as much. The DLCs, very extensive. The C one, ironically, was kind of the shortest, especially like if you can look up the puzzles or if you just don't get stumped by the puzzles. The other DLCs, though, were really long. We also missed the Hero's Journey, or not Hero's Journey, Hero's Adventure. There's another DLC. I have it installed. It's this one right here. But for whatever reason, we never triggered that one. So it must have a very precise trigger point. We did have that when I started the playthrough, so I know I didn't not have it. That was just a free DLC, so I'm not too sussed about that. But there definitely was more that we could have done there. So there's a piece of content that I didn't do. We did do the other DLCs. I've heard that there's several endings. I don't know how many. Obviously, we missed the harem ending, and then there's the Tenchu rebuilding ending, so that's at least two that we have. And again, like the harem ending thing, we literally missed a scene when it should have been around the time that we finished the C DLC and came back to mainland. We needed to go I think we needed to talk to a handmaid somewhere, and she was going to tell us something, and then we would go find the music that Zhu was looking for, and we just missed it. And we never could go back for it or anything. So a little disappointing there. Again, I don't like missable things like that. I mean, it's one thing if it's like, hey, this is a really big story event. If you go further, you won't be able to do things. That's one way of doing it. But there's just so many times there's like, oh, before you do what the main quest tells you to do, you need to go to this other place entirely and go do this entire side story. That's just not for me. So if that doesn't bother you, then you're not going to be bothered by it, obviously. For me, those were a little bit of the downsides. Other than that, though, I appreciated the auto fight, despite our little bit of complaints with how inefficient it is. You can also make that more efficient if you go to real-time mode and let them do it in that mode. That makes your farming a lot faster. I did that a lot in the really early game when I was farming with Red and I was having her power level us. I just put it in real-time, auto fight, and then I would just run around and do the fights while I was reading or doing something else. So I appreciated that. I like that. It's an interesting idea to have there. Definitely manual's the way to go for the most power, though. I will definitely say that in combat. The crafting was okay. It's very grindy, especially if you don't realize that you can consult people to help raise that skill. And the resources, if you don't do the C DLC, the resources are ridiculous. Like, you would spend tens of hours, maybe even more than that, farming the amount of resources I got super fast from C DLC. And really, the power gaming way to do it would be finish C DLC and then take a week off the game, and every 10 hours you have to load into the game, collect your resources, save, and just do that every 10 hours for a week, and you would have unlimited resources. If I didn't have the CDLC, we would have been way less powerful, because there's no way I could have dedicated the time it would take me to farm 100 chicken bone blood crystals or 50 sun yellow jade or whatever it was. So I do feel that that could be rebalanced a little bit. I don't mind a little bit of resource grinding. I kind of like to relax and like listen to something while I do that. This game though was ridiculous. Combine that with the stamina early on, that was a bit of a weak point. Other things I like, the story. It was a good story. I mean, that was a Wushu story. That's exactly what I wanted, and it was good. I mean, somebody earlier was mentioning the tropes, but that's part of enjoying the genre, is enjoying the tropes and also seeing where the tropes get subverted. So I think that was pretty interesting there. So big double thumbs up, I think, from Babel on this one. I definitely think Wandering Sword is a good playthrough, and I'm sure it'll be going on sale. I'm pretty sure I bought the original. I think I bought it on like 10% on release, but I'm sure at this point it's going on sale quite often. So I would definitely suggest this if you're at all interested. It is a long play. Let me alt tab to Steam here. Let's see what we're at. Steam tells me I have played 126.7 hours. Before this playthrough started, I think I had maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. I played it on release just a tiny amount and then never again. And there's probably been a little bit of AFK time while I was farming and whatnot. So even let's cut off like 10 hours. I got 110 hours out of this game. And that's pretty dang good. I like that value quite a lot. So very, very happy with that. So those are my thoughts on Wandering Sword. I'm not going to start another massive RPG anytime soon. I do have Heroes Adventure, but I think if I'm going to do that, it's probably going to be next summer. If something else doesn't catch my attention before then, I feel like that game's probably about as expansive as this one. So who knows though, I could change my mind on that. I do like the Asian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean fantasy stuff. So there's all kinds of other games. Cultivation's one I've heard about and a few others. So if you have good suggestions for that, hop on the Discord or leave a comment here. On the Discord, I have a suggestion channel. Here you could just leave a comment on the VOD and I'll check those out. No promises on when I will get to anything. We do have a lot of releases coming up in the near future, but yeah, definitely we'll have more of this type of content because I quite enjoyed it. Have I seen Three Kingdoms Mushoden? I have seen it slightly, Freak Player. I've heard it's a little hollow at the moment still, although I haven't been following it super closely. It's kind of like Battle Brothers meets Three Kingdoms meets I don't even know what else. I wanted to say Sword and Board, but not Sword and Board. I vaguely know what it is. Heroes Adventure, you bought it too. I have played that one again like an hour or two. That's another one I definitely would like to go back and do. Polearm is only viable for main with Jade Dragon. Interesting. Yeah, they definitely could use a little bit of a balance pass. I'd really like to see the other weapon types be made at least viable. Because yeah, hidden weapon, whew, that was not viable. And I like hidden weapons, and I like poison and debuffs. Like the ice sword build would be really cool, but I don't think it would be good. I don't think it would be good, so yeah. Okay, I have about 2 hours. Let me ask you guys, because if you guys are the core audience, should we load in and then turbo run the other ending? Or do we want to just put a capstone on this? I'm willing to ask, especially Storm King and Mateus and French. You guys have been the #1 viewers through this whole playthrough. What do you think? Should we do it, or should we just call it a capstone? I've got about 2 hours, give or take, that I can commit to it. Also, I want to give a shout out to my ISP for behaving itself today. I was very upset that we were having so many problems yesterday. Freak says, if you're content, don't force it. Up to you. I would probably run it on my own time, but I wouldn't come back to this as another stream or video. It'll only change one image. Okay. Spoil it for me, Mateus. What is it? Is it just going to be like, Yi founds the Tainju Palace and it maintains peace? That's what I would guess it would say. I guess Yi Fei's ending would be different, because he would be joining Yi there instead of becoming a fisherman. while I'm waiting for people to type in there. Other just random thoughts. This is not related to Wandering Sword, so thank you again, especially those 3 I called out for being very helpful in my playthrough. Like I said, I don't really like referring to guides, and so you guys allowed me to, for the most part, stay away from the guides while still not missing too much during the playthrough. Other things, just this is only going to be timely for the current time, but I do start back at my full-time job on Monday, and so I will be back to only being able to do evenings and weekends, generally speaking, for streams. So stream times will go back to what they were before summer. That's just when I can be around with my job. So things will change up there. We've got lots more stuff coming on the channel. Right now, the number one thing I kind of want to start that we haven't started is actually a game called Dustland Deliveries. That's why I was laughing earlier when you said be a merchant caravan guard, because that's kind of sort of vaguely related to that. That's like a zombie apocalypse trucker game. So I don't know how long that'll last, but that's coming in the near future. We also still have an ongoing RimWorld series. I haven't closed that. Wandering Sword, I needed this done before I went back to work. So we'll still do a little bit more RimWorld for sure on that playthrough. And Astronauts still has a little bit of gas in the tank. I don't know how much further I'm going to take that one. I do want to do a ship flip before we call it good. I'm pretty happy with what I learned in that playthrough, and I'm looking forward to the next patch. Then beyond those, I've got all kinds of other games that are coming. So it's going to be more of a, does Babel have time to do this than is Babel have anything he wants to play? So we got all kinds of releases coming up too. I'm very much in danger of starting a Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough, which would probably be a bad decision, but I'll probably do it anyways, because I think that game's really long. But that's one of my like bucket list games that I've never played. So with that getting a PC release, there's a strong chance that I'll pick that up. Yeah, instead of Wu Dang, it's Yifei and Song behind him on a cliff. Gotcha. Can you press new story and see what goodies you get? Yeah, I showed that a minute ago, but I sure can. The main thing in here, I got a bunch of points, so you can spend them here, but the main thing is legacies. So like, you could start with this. These would be exceptionally powerful. Like, I guess you can only get one of these, but still, I can easily afford that after a playthrough. And yeah, obviously this would be your playthrough. You get some of these you get during the playthrough and some you don't. Engian Palette Sect. Okay, so you could get the Whale Slayer stuff. That could be interesting. Halo Swordplay, Grand Taoist Palm Strike. You could do a full fan Yi with this. That could be interesting. The Jade Dragon. I think that's probably the most interesting. Maybe Tenjin Palace, but I already did a sword playthrough, so. If I was gonna do it again, you ended up with the red girl? I guess we did. It was Yi and her looking at Yi's childhood home. I don't know if that means we ended up with her. I have seen, I got spoiled. The final card for the harem ending is Red and Zhu, and I want to say Zhao Tong on the bridge in Gusu, and they're watching the Lantern Festival. Have you heard Symphony of War Nephilim's? Yeah, that's another game I'm really in danger of doing a playthrough on Storm. That was actually next in the hopper when we finished this, but I ran out of time. I grossly underestimated. I thought this was going to take us like 2 weeks, and it took my entire summer. So, what happened to the blue girl? The blue girl became her own woman, and she's not part of the Manjing Manor clan particularly. So she kind of got a sad ending. We saved her life, and then I guess she just wandered off on her own, weirdly. Which is weird because we definitely didn't break up with her, so I don't know. The underage girl, she's gonna grow up and be a powerful martial artist. She's Yi's little sister. And now it's them on a boat. Ah, like the Four Flowers DLC screen from Tale of a Mortal. Not a waste of time for your summer? No, I don't regret it. I'm not complaining about that at all. Sometimes you just have to do things for yourself that you enjoy. This was not particularly good for the channel. I mean, let's be honest, we have 12 viewers. But I enjoyed it, so who knows? Maybe this will help somebody else who's stuck. I think there's only like 2 other playthroughs on YouTube. I didn't really particularly look, but at one point, when I was peeking at that, one of the reasons I started this channel was I got annoyed by how many games I would go to watch a Let's Play from, and nobody had a Let's Play. So I was like, well, dang it. I guess I'll just have to do it myself. Fine, I'll do it myself. That's basically a part of it. So sometimes I do things. I'm never going to play something I'm not interested in, but there are better picks than others if I'm interested in channel growth. And I'm really close to 6,000 subscribers. So far today, I'm -1 subscriber. So I always get blue-balled when it comes to like those big landmark ones. For whatever reason, I'll be stuck at like 5,990 for like 3 days before we move over to 6K. Tactics Ogre next. I mean, I do like the Tactic Ogre series. I played March of the Black Queen and Ogre Battle 64. I have not played Tactics Ogre though. Like I said, I'm starting back at my full-time job, so I'm not going to be looking to starting another 100-hour RPG at the moment. Other things I'd love to do that are kind of sort of like this, I do want to run through Octopath Traveler. Another game I played a couple hours of and I never finished, but again, time and how healthy is it for the channel has to kind of come into play. Like conversely, Age of Wonders has been doing really well. Astronauts has been doing really well. Dominions is a little bit faltering, but still really, really strong. So I do got to make sure I keep a couple series that are kind of clicking over as we're going through there. Battle Brothers, yep. I did. Battle Brothers actually did pretty good too, actually. I'm really, speaking of new releases, Menace is the next game from the makers of Battle Brothers. That's coming out here in a couple months, although I think it's in early access, not a full release. But either way, we're definitely going to be playing that. So we have that. We have Final Fantasy Tactics coming out. We have, what else? There's like 2 other games coming out in the near future. I also never got a chance to come back around to Workers and Resources. I'd like to do another playthrough of that. I mean, I have a backlog, let me tell you. And when I stream things, it's a lot slower than playing them myself, so it's hard to guess how much time. We have not enough time. That's right, French. One thing I've definitely learned this summer, this was a lot more successful of a summer for the channel than last summer. Last summer I enjoyed myself, but it didn't particularly do much for the channel. This summer, this new schedule that I've been doing was a lot better. Heroes of Venture, yeah, I mentioned that a couple times, Laid Back Dog. Doing a morning stream, which for me is 10 a.m. till about 2, and then an evening stream from 4 to 8. Was pretty good. It allowed a lot of people who normally can't make my streams, because normally I have to do 6 p.m. PST time. I'm West Coast United States, because that's when I get home from work. I can't do it any earlier. And that basically excludes Europeans and most people that direction. It's just way too late at night for them. So that's definitely been a lesson. It's also been really sustainable. Other than my frustration with my internet for the last like month, I could do this forever. I could do this 6 or 7 days a week, frankly. It'd be very sustainable for me. So who knows? Maybe the channel will keep growing and popping off, and maybe someday I'll be able to do it full time. I would love that. I would love that. I have an okay job. It's all right, but it's not what I'm passionate about. Pays the bills. Gaming is something I love. I just love gaming. I play so many different types of games. I don't want to say envious, because that's not the right word, but I wish I too could go full time like some people. Sometimes when I ask for feedback, people will be like, "Oh, you should do this like so and so, or you should do this like so and so." I'm like, you do realize they've hired a team of like 5 to 10 people who help them, right? Like, I do everything myself. Thumbnails, sound balancing, you know, I've had to teach myself all these things. I have no external help, and I couldn't afford it. So, you know, it's YouTube's a weird place where there's a low barrier to entry and a high barrier to success. A lot of time, not always, of course, but like comparing my thumbnails to somebody who has a professional thumbnail maker, well, you can't really do that, right? I can't handle the 100-hour stream for your afternoon stream. Yeah, I assume you're in France, French, so yeah, that would make sense. I'm gonna try. I don't know what I'm gonna do for weekends yet. I probably will have to make my Dominions video on Saturdays. but maybe I can swing a Saturday evening stream and then maybe a Sunday morning stream. I don't know. You know, it is a full-time job, and it is a job that has a lot of mental, you know, I have to think a lot. So I'm just mentally tired afterwards. So, and then the Dominions Friday streams take a lot out of me too. And normally I crash on Saturday and recuperate. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Latecomer kind of pay the price. I mean, you can still pop off. There's always new channels. It's just like some dude in a camera talking and he'll be crazy good. But, you know, it is what it is. It also depends on your subject matter, right? Like, I don't exactly cover Fortnite and Roblox or something here. So, but like I said, I'm never going to play something that I'm not interested in myself. Like, I don't know. Is what it is there, I suppose. YouTube's a real grind. I'm very blessed. Like, don't take this as a complaint. Like, especially early summer, so May into June, when we had House of Legacy popping off, the channel did really well. Like, really well. Like, I started actually looking at budgets of like, hey, if this grew at this rate, future, we've cooled down greatly from the heights of House of Legacy. Let me just put it that way. But that's okay. I really appreciate the support. People watching, people leaving a like, that matters a ton for channels. And a huge thank you to anyone who super chats or thankses or members. That does kind of take a little of the sting off of the time, because basically when I work on the channel and I sleep 4 to 6 hours a night, and that's literally all I do every single day almost. So it's not that I'm not putting in the effort, at least. Hey, Ruman George. I can handle the 1 a.m. streams if I have a predominantly night shift. Not so much next month. Yeah, like I said, there's just no helping that for me. I don't get off, and in fact, I actually get off kind of early on my schedule. I get off at 4:30, but by the time I drive home and then I need to eat something and maybe clean up a little bit, I can't start until 6. It just isn't possible. You discovered the channel because of House of Legacy? That's awesome. I really enjoyed House of Legacy. I'm also making a concerted effort. The channel definitely grew on Dominions, but at some point I'm going to run out of Dominions content or the interest will wane. I mean, it has been waning. I used to get 2,000 views on every pregame video. Now I get about 1,000 in the first week. So, you know, at some point I will finish that. And I don't want to be a one-game channel and then die. So as you've seen, I've tried to really branch out into other things I enjoy and bring other people in. And that has its own problems, because the YouTube strategy guide will tell you as a gaming channel, you really should only do one game and maybe a couple adjacent games to that. And that's how you grow. You're known as a Fortnite streamer. That's what you do. And maybe sometimes you play Battlefield or something. But I would get bored of that. I just couldn't do it. So I've tried to really branch out. But the downside of that is some people only want to watch Dominions. Some people only want to watch House of Legacy, and never the two shall cross. So it does hurt the channel a little bit, because YouTube will look at that and say, huh, well, half of his subscribers didn't watch that, so it must not be a very good video. So in my mind, though, just like with Yi here, I'm building a solid foundation, because if I have multiple people who are interested in multiple things, the death of one pillar cannot doom the channel. That's at least my thought on the strategy there. So, and we have like I said, we have all other kinds of things coming out. There's a new patch for Stellaris, which apparently is all right. We also have Europa Universalis 5 coming out in November. That's another huge release I'll probably end up playing. You're building a solid harem. The builders, not the harem. Little has teach us to find our own cultivation. Yeah. I wasn't watching E at the halfway point, didn't want to get spoiled. Yeah, that's totally fine. And one of the nice things I like about YouTube is that it's always there. Like my Tale of Immortal series, I was only getting like a couple hundred views tops when I did it, but then the House of Legacy crew found it and really enjoyed it. So it's actually been much better like half a year later than it was when I actually did the series. So there's always that chance that things pop off and you never know. So yeah, I'm enjoying the journey as it were. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to retire. I do still have an appointment. I do still need to get out and do yard work and whatnot. So that's going to be it for me. We'll be back tomorrow. We've got Agartha is our nation for Dominions. And then I'm not sure exactly what the weekend's gonna foretell. I'd like to do probably a Saturday evening stream. We'll finish off Age of Wonders 4. I'd like to get a RimWorld in there. I don't know exactly when I'll do it. And then probably an Astronauts. So those three are probably coming. I'll probably take one morning off. I'm also gonna have to readjust a little bit because I'm gonna try to start putting out more videos since I'm gonna be streaming less. So I need to kind of figure out how my time's gonna go. Yeah, thank you, Blue Eclipse and French. All right, again, a huge thank you. Thanks for staying and just chatting with me for a little bit here. Always fun to do at the end of a series. I get philosophical when we get to the end of a series, just like with Claire Obscure. But yeah, huge thank you. Don't forget to leave a like on that. If you're not subscribed, I hope you subscribe. If you want to go above and beyond, of course, like I mentioned, leave a super thanks, leave a super chat, join as a member, check out the Patreon. All right, guys, I'm going to go think about this ending a little bit and ruminate on it. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Ye out.